House on XL 106.7 for a chance to hear your Hype song air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the Hype app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL1067 on Insta.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Boost Infinite's wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST or visit boostinfinite.com or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
Attention business owners. This is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. SiriusXM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand-name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounitus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from please stop doing this to the insane reason a man was having headaches, and Sports Illustrated gets caught in 4K. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hey, how are ya?
Hello, C.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. That means you share the show. Tell somebody about the News Junkie Radio Show. Send a link to the podcast. Hit that like button on the live stream.
Smash it.
Just shout out to a friend and say, hey, I think you might like this show. Here's how you can listen on iHeartRadio. It's very easy to do, and we love when you share the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good. It's cold.
We only have so long to bitch about this because of our friends over on Radio 95.1 in Rochester will go, what are you bitching about?
I mean, it's a light bitch, but I am ready for it. Like, I've been waiting to pull out this leather coat all year long. I mean, I think we've had a total of maybe 6 hours of slightly cold weather, but now we get maybe 2 to 3 days of it, so I'm very excited.
It's chilly outside. I mean, for us at least. You know, our blood is different. We're not good at handling the cold weather when it comes around, and here we are.
I don't know where exactly they were this morning on the news because I was half paying attention, half trying to make a baby sleep. But they had the girl up north where it's like record snowfall. I want to say it was upstate New York, but I'm not quite sure. And she just had like a ruler, like a standard foot long, like you would measure stuff in elementary school ruler, and pushed it into the snow and lost it.
Oh, what?
It totally disappeared?
Yes.
Dang.
Oh, my God. We better stop bitching right now.
Yeah. Sorry, Rochester.
How'd you guys do for Cyber Monday? Did you scoop up anything? Did you get any deals for Cyber Monday?
I didn't even look until I got some sort of notification, and within the last, 3 or 4 hours, I went to town.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one of the things that I really did not need, but it popped up for me? A survival kit.
Wait, from
your weird prepper streak, it pops out every once in a while.
Did you buy the Alex Jones kit?
No. I just got it's survival kit. It was like 50% off. It has all the things, a lot of tools. I mean,
what all's in the survival kit? It was the life straw. Do you have another life straw there?
No life straw, and it's so funny. Like, I couldn't tell you off the bat because all it showed me was like, you have 10 minutes to lock this in. So I was like, I could see in the first thumbnail all the things it has, so I just immediately bought it. But
how much was it?
I think like $23.
Oh my God! You could survive for $23. It's a steal right there. Yeah, I was not going to buy anything.
If you can survive for $23, nobody's going to die.
I just kept seeing things pop up, and I was like, I kind of do need a new nose hair trimmer. I guess I'll scoop that up for 25% off right now. Arnott says it's 29 in Rochester. Yeah, a little cooler there. And there was another thing yesterday. Courtney's like, can we get this iced coffee machine?
Ooh, fun.
And I was like, sure, I'll get it. I'll put it on the wish list or something. And she's like, no, it's Cyber Monday, so it's 25% off right now. I'm like, son of a bitch, they're roping me in, man. Did they get you for anything, Sealand, or did you go purchase list yesterday?
I didn't buy anything yesterday. I did buy something over the weekend. I don't know if it looked like it was on some sort of sale, like Black Friday or something. But it was a baby thing.
Oh, okay.
There's a little rocket that you attach to a stroller that try to rock.
A rocket?
Yeah.
Does it blast off?
It's called the Rock It.
Oh.
That it's rocket shaped and it's supposed to rock the whatever it's attached to.
Oh God, the's so much technology now.
I got the list. You want to see how I'm going to survive in the apocalypse?
Yeah, what's in this prepper kit? What do we got?
I have 106 pieces. To be exact.
For $25?
That's a good deal. I don't even care what it's 106 pieces of.
We have a hatchet.
It's a 106-piece puzzle that when you put together it says, you're screwed.
Yeah. It's like, wait, zombies, let me just kind of put this stuff together. Hatchet, 3-mode flashlight, multifunctional card, survival bracelet, dual tube whistle. All right?
A whistle, okay.
Yeah, but not just one tube, dual tube. Wire saw, parachute cord. No parachute, just the cord.
You got to get the rest of it yourself.
Emergency blanket, fire starting tools, fishing tools, comprehensive first aid kit, etc.
I like the idea that
there was a tarp in there, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, the parachute cord goes with the tarp. Like,
cool.
There's a whole thing in like the camping or slash survival world where it's like, here are the structures you can build that will help you if you all using just parachute cord, tarp, and maybe some branches if you cut them down.
Okay, so this is not going to help you out if you're in a situation with a plane.
Correct.
And you got your cord and you got your tarp that's not going to float you down to the ground safely.
Unless I get to the pilot, I'm like, hey, can you just give me like maybe 3 to 5 minutes? Let me get this parachute together for myself and then bring the plane down.
That was a steal. That's a good deal right there.
Yeah, I just sent you guys a screenshot of it. So just get ready. You know, you have to run to my house when it all goes down.
Oh, my God. This is so impressive for $25.
Well, it's Black Friday.
All in a little backpack. I'm looking at it here in front of me, and all this stuff looks kind of nice, actually. It's not bad.
Thank you.
So there's a steal for you. Meanwhile, the little elves back at the Amazon facility are packing all of those things up that people purchased on Cyber Monday, and it's crazy.
And Heisenberg is delivering them.
That's true. He's on the other end. They said to show off the evolution of its mind-boggling logistics operation, Amazon invited Axios on a Cyber Monday tour of an enormous fulfillment center near Trenton, New Jersey, one of hundreds that it operates. This site is 1.2 million square feet. Damn. All right? This facility is 28 football fields in size.
Where is it again?
It's in Robbinsville, New Jersey. Okay. It employs 3,000 workers who toil alongside hundreds of the 750,000 robots that Amazon deploys worldwide. And these things are just whizzing around, getting all the work done and getting all your stuff onto these like assembly lines that eventually put them in boxes, and on it goes. I don't know what algorithm they use because sometimes the algorithm seems stupid. Like one time we bought like a yardstick or something, and the package that it came in it looked like it was like a giant fan or something. Sometimes the packaging is not the same size as the object that's inside, and it looks a little bit wasteful. But I'm sure
sorry that they don't have more yardstick friendly boxes at Amazon.
They should. I want yardstick friendly boxes. I want things to be in boxes that make sense, because then when I get the box, I know what it is before opening. I like that.
But like you could come up with some situation where for something like a yardstick, it doesn't need to be in a box per se.
No.
But you could find some way to attach a tag to it that's scannable, that has the address on it, that's basically your shipping label, just like taped to the thing.
Exactly.
And it gets there and the person gives it 1 star because it's like, I couldn't get all the sticky tape off of it, off of my yardstick. It should have came in a box.
You ever get the clear packaging that they send sometimes? And if you bought like a pair of underwear, it's just like the person delivering it can just see right through the packaging.
I've gotten like an item in which they just slap the label right on it, and that's not necessarily anybody's business but mine.
Right. And it seems like
so it's a dildo.
No, it wasn't a dildo, C-Lane.
Perfect for porch pirates.
What do you think? We get a new one each quarter?
Depends. Some people probably do. There's people with large collections, I'm sure, out there somewhere. It's Giving Tuesday for 2023. This is the day after bleeding yourself dry on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You're supposed to still give a bunch of money to these different organizations out there.
Tomorrow will be waning your wallet Wednesday.
Right. We just keep going. We drain you until nothing is left in the bank. And they say you're supposed to give on Giving Tuesday. So if you're interested in that, check it out. There's a lot of places, a lot of good charities out there. The one I always recommend, which is like the most nonpartisan thing in the world that everybody should be in agreement on, is World Central Kitchen. If you don't follow them on Instagram, seeing the good things that charity does, man, you're missing out. They are everywhere. If there's an earthquake, they're there. If there's a hurricane, they're there. If there's a war, they're in Israel, and they're in Palestine. They're in all of the places helping people out, feeding people. That's from the famous chef Jose Andres, who always is up to some good stuff with that organization. So check them out. One thing I saw with all this buying and all these things that people are purchasing for the holidays coming up is there's something new that is starting to catch fire this week. And what this is it's called AI Garage Sale. All right. I don't know if you guys have seen this just yet, but AI Garage Sale is powered by OpenAI. And it's a thing, I think it's an app that you download. And when you download this, it'll tell you like what kind of stuff it has for the day. Like, here's the items we have. And it'll give you the price but you can haggle with the AI over the price.
Oh, cool.
Like, you could say, actually, my dog just went to the vet, so I'm a little short on money this week. I can't give you $19 for it, but I'll give you $14 for it. And then the AI might haggle back.
AI is so smart, though. It's like, do you ever win?
You can.
Well, you ask ChatGPT how to beat that AI.
Oh, I don't know, because they're probably working with each other, you would think. But yeah, if you check this out, it's called AI Garage Sale, and it says it'll pop up something. It could be anything from concert tickets to whatever. In fact, there was 2 pit tickets for Olivia Rodrigo's sold-out Guts tour at Madison Square Garden.
Whoa.
They were $3,689, and then they made a deal with the AI and got it for $2,940, which is still insanely expensive and a total and complete ripoff. But, fight with the AI. Get a little bit of a deal out of things. In all reality,
like a garage, you don't think of getting concert tickets at a garage sale.
No, but nobody ever would.
This sounds more like AI eBay.
Yeah, it does. Oh, no, I never did our opening clip. What am I doing here?
Whoa.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to one of my favorite genres of video clips that are going around these days, and that is the weird chiropractor videos. There's a couple of kinds of weird chiropractor videos. You probably have encountered the ones where it's like a hot woman and the chiropractor's like cracking around her butt and stuff, and clearly it's supposed to just be like a super sexy video, not really about the chiropractor at all. And then there's ones where somebody is not feeling so hot and the chiropractor sets them straight. So brace yourself. Your ears are going to hurt a little bit because this guy's hurting as the chiropractor helps out a man who cannot even stand up straight. Here goes nothing.
Oh.
That was him.
Okay, good job.
You had to push the chiropractor off of him.
Real, Doc.
That's real. This is how you stand. This is how you standing?
That's the last 2 days.
All right, he says, this is how I'm standing. He's standing like a caveman. He's hunched over and kind of bent down, and like he hasn't evolved all the way through the caveman chart. And this doctor is like, I got you.
2 days you've been standing like this?
It's here in my knee.
And your knee. Okay.
Chiropractor to the rescue.
Taking out trash, and sometimes yeah.
So he said, I was taking out trash and something must have pulled and he got stuck over in that position.
So right my hip, yeah.
Yeah. This one down from him? Yeah. You can't put that one.
You could tell he's in pain, this guy.
Yeah, better.
Yeah. It feels good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You got
yeah, he's like a little bit. He's like, yeah.
A little Photoshop ready.
Yeah.
Okay, take a break. Hip flexors.
All right, they're going to pop him out in a second here. This poor guy is in so much pain. Oh my God. All the way down his back.
Thank you, sir.
Now he's up. Now he's good to go, walking around like a normal human being just like you and me. But
that's what I need,
sound,
maybe. I'm going to do that.
Hey,
would
just
you make
take a deep breath for me? All right.
His is even worse. Listen to
That is screaming.
That is a rough sound. My God. All right. There we go. We want to
If
hear
that
from
were
you
me,
today.
it would not be airable, I think.
You'd just be F words
Yeah.
like crazy.
We attempted that once on the air. I mean, unfortunately, like the microphones were not attached properly, but you and I believe, were very vocal when it came to our chiropractor session that we had for the first time ever.
You know, in radio, when you get food delivered by a restaurant, it brings out all the people in the building. And they go, oh, you got food around here? I heard you guys got some food. And the salespeople and the engineers come out and they get the food. We got a chiropractor on the show because we were dying, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the chiropractor does, like, you know, the work on us, on Sabrina and I. And then all of a sudden, the engineers start rushing into the studio while we're on air. And
salespeople we've never met before.
People from the building we've never seen. They're like, can the chiropractor fix me too?
Just a quick session.
One by one, they all come running into the studio.
And I was the only one that didn't do it because I was leaving for New York like the next day or day after. And a lot of people like say after your first time getting worked on by a chiropractor, there's like soreness. And I was like, I'm not going to walk through the city all sore, more sore than I normally am. So I turned it down.
You didn't want to risk it, which was Probably a smart move in the wrong one. Or in the long run, I should say.
Probably a smart move and the wrong one.
Smart move in the long run. There we go. Laheva Rasta says chiropractic adjustments are serious stuff. Excuse me. And they are. For me, though, in the past, all the times I've been to the chiropractor, I will go in, they'll do all the adjustments on me, and then I'll be like, oh, my God, I feel like $1 million. Thanks, chiropractor man. And then I'll say goodbye to everybody, and I'll walk out of the parking lot, and I'll start my car, and my whole body will be like, it just go right back to the place that it was before, and it just right back inside for me. It was like round and round we go with my experience. Eric F. says, I've been to the chiropractor since I was 14. I definitely support them. Some people hate chiropractors. Like, they hate them.
A lot of people are against it, thinking it's just like, all for show, and then you really end up hurting yourself more. And then there are a lot of people who swear by it, who are like, I could not walk if it wasn't for my chiropractor.
It definitely works in the moment. There's no doubt in my mind that, like, in real time, it works. There used to be this guy at a bar we went to all the time, greatest bar ever, Finn Henry's.
Oh, rest in peace.
And Tiny was his name. And Tiny was the security doorman for this establishment.
It was one of those ironic names.
Yeah, he was a very large man and a very strong man. And we went there probably, I'd say, 6 to 7 days a week. And
what are you talking about? What? Huh?
While we were there one time, or not one time, many times, I'd be like, if I had enough drinks in me, I'd be like, Tiny, fix my back. And he would pick me up and, like, crack my whole back by just squishing me. And then felt like $1 million afterwards.
Miss you, Tiny.
It was something. Abe on YouTube says, man, y'all hating on these chiropractors for literally no reason.
We're not hating at all, dude.
I think maybe some other people are in chat. It's basic anatomical science. Chiropractors work to get your body back into alignment. They're phenomenal. They are going viral these days. And it's mostly because they pick attractive women and they go, let's try to get you all fixed up here if we can. And then that's what they do, and works every single time. So join us on the show today, and let's throw this out there to everybody. No matter where you're listening right now, if you've been listening to the show for a week, for months, for a couple of years, and you've never once sent us a dispatch, shame on you, number one.
How rude.
Shame on you. We just want to hear your voice. We just want to see what's on your mind. And you don't have to be afraid of it. It's easy to do. You go over to the website or the app and you hit record and you send us whatever's on your mind. And that way you kind of join the family and you become one of the people who comment on this show as we talk about everything happening in the world every single day. So I love to hear from some new folks today. Come out of the woods, introduce yourself to us, tell us how long you've been listening, and then give us some comment on whatever is going on in the show. And then we'll welcome you into the family with open arms. We're happy to do that at any time. Okay, quick break. When we come back, there's something that was posted online the other day, and I thought to myself, why would you do this? If this was me, if this was my family, I would never, ever, ever, ever do this. But so many people seem to. What is it? We'll talk about this and dive in deep. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Because sometimes infighting amongst friends is exactly what you need to lower the volume on the voices in your head. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Tuesday's going great so far, and right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando seems like a delay still due to an incident if you're coming into Osceola County from Polk County eastbound on I-4. And of course your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but westbound is clear, east and west of the 408 as well. North and south of the Turnpike is incident-free, as well as the Greenway. So overall, a pretty smooth ride. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Halloween is over, but hiring is still scary. Indeed's end-to-end solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and instantly receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
One of the best gifts a kid can get is a new bike. And Real Radio has your chance to make that dream come true for kids in our community. Join Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorney, and the Monsters in the Morning as they broadcast live from Exploria Stadium for our annual bike drive. Our goal is 104 bikes of all sizes, so bring a brand new bike, and a new bike helmet wouldn't be a bad thing. Wednesday, November 29th, between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. to Exploria Stadium and help us help the kids. Get your bike today and join us Wednesday, November 29th at Exploria Stadium. Get the details at realradio.fm/bike. Thanks to Orlando City Soccer Club, the Orlando City Foundation, and JustCallMo.com.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy to walk, energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again, just like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com. andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly, sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real? Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Hey guys, John Clay Wolf here. We don't just do cars, we do all kinds of stuff, but one thing's for certain. I do love to buy cars, so remember, GiveMeTheVin.com if you're selling yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring sonic and sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Mills Air is looking for experienced service techs. Nate certified is a plus, but not required. We have been in business for over 30 years right here in Central Florida. Great pay and benefits. Sign-on bonus depending on experience. Apply at millsair.com.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Newsjunkie.com, plus how you can get an amazing free vacation through Europe. And believe it or not, this is something I had never heard of in my entire life, and it's absolutely real. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But something I saw this weekend that we didn't get to yesterday on the show was Rumor Willis, who is Bruce Willis's daughter. She's still posting videos of her and her dad, and she's posting them on her social media accounts. They were spending Thanksgiving together, which is sweet, go visit your family, do all that stuff. But when you have somebody like Bruce Willis in your family and he's got aphasia and he's basically out of it, like he can't talk, he can't communicate really. It's like advanced stage Alzheimer's that he has essentially right now. And when you have a loved one like that, I think videotaping them and putting it online is weird, man.
I'm getting that tone from you that you think that it's strange. I saw it, though, and I thought that it was rather, I don't know, it was sweet.
But why does this need to be recorded? He's on the couch next to her. This is it in front of me, and the two of them are next to each other, and she's by her dad, and they're just, holding hands, and she shows a couple of photos of him and stuff, and she just puts "my guy" in the text. But I really feel like when you do this, it's almost like the South Park Terry Schiavo thing, where you go, under no circumstances, in any case, will you ever put me on television? Please don't show people in this, don't show people me in this state. And I guess that's how you feel. Like, if you were in that position, would you want your family members recording you and putting video of you online? Because I wouldn't.
God, I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm not anywhere near the level of Bruce Willis. And then you think about how this all went down, and it was like he was set up to do a movie. And then they announced what was going on with him and that he was done with acting. And then all the details started to come out. And I think that little check-in of hey, he's doing okay. And he's, at the very least, despite what he's dealing with, seems to be in a happy place based on these videos. And I think that could be very comforting for people, especially those that have family members that are dealing with the same thing.
Well, Guy Moore is over on YouTube. He says, my dad just died from this same thing. BDMX Con says he's a prop. Fine retirement for an actor.
Okay, so from the first person you just read, I'm curious what they think. Knowing what you went through personally with your father, do you think seeing those videos of Bruce Willis is helpful for you or anyone else dealing with it, or you'd rather not have any of that online?
See, the way I view it is purely from the perspective of the person who's being filmed. Like, if I'm in the hospital and I'm really sick, let me just put this out there for the both of you, for Courtney, for anybody else. I don't want videos or photos of me in that state.
You're
I
going
don't
to
want
be doing
that
it
out there.
yourself.
No,
you
I'm
know
talking
1,000% you
I'm
are.
talking about if I'm like out, if I'm out, you know, like Bruce Willis isn't posting online right now. He can't do that. He doesn't have the ability to do that any longer. If I'm in this position where I'm like out, you know, either dementia wise or I'm just knocked out and I'm in a coma or something, I don't want anybody filming me. Spend time with me if you want. You don't really have to because I'm in a coma. I'm not going to remember it. But if you do spend time with me, I just wouldn't want that kind of video or photo of me out there. I would want the version of me that I thought was like the best representation.
And I could see that. And in that aspect of it, like when you, Sean Wasson of Sound Mind and Body right now saying you don't want that, then you have to respect that should everything go down the drain in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also find very, very odd these like social media posts where you're with your loved one that is dying in the hospital, but you get that one last picture of you holding their hand and post that. I'm like, God, that is
You know what I'm saying? Right.
But I know
This is what I'm
it's
talking about.
sweet. I know the intentions are, you know, they're good intentions.
Sometimes they're not. Sometimes I think people actually think I'll get a ton of likes on this. As bad as that sounds, I think some people will be like, I'm going to get a ton of social media points on this.
Yeah, but like, you know, sometimes it's if you're just posting, if you're like holding the hand and it's just the two hands, and like maybe you explain what's going on in the other, but when it's the whole shot. And the person does not look great. And you're just like, oh, why do you do that?
Or at a funeral, too, like a selfie with the person open casket.
Do you remember the girl? I know this is going to be hard to remember because there's so many dumb videos like this, but there was some girl who did a TikTok where her baby was in the hospital and her baby was like with all kinds of, tubes going into the poor kid. And she was doing a TikTok dance behind the kid.
Oh, it was like a nurse or something, I think.
And posting, and it's like, what are you doing? Guy responds over on YouTube, the one whose dad died of this. He says, you're right, Sean, not really the memory that you want. And I guess to me, the most important thing is this, okay? If you can see it coming down the pipeline, like let's say right now, if I knew that I was starting to get dementia, okay, and it's setting in, I know the inevitable. I know that I have aphasia, which was what Bruce Willis at 68 is dealing with right now. If you say to your kids, hey, if you want to share stuff with my fans and your fans online and show them what's going on with me, that's totally fine. If you have like approval of the person beforehand, I think that's cool. That's good. Go for it. Do what you want to do. But if you're taking somebody who is in a bad state medically and posting videos and photos of them, even if it's your dad, to me, it seems kind of weird. I don't know what kind of deal they have. I don't know if they talked about this. I don't know if he's cool with her posting this stuff. And maybe down the line when he gets even worse, she won't do that. But there's a lot of people who are willing to do it as far as, like you said, like in the hospital with somebody, their dying last moment was to hold my hand and squeeze.
You know what got my attention, and it's none of my business, but I just can't stop thinking about it, is within those videos, the first thing I noticed was that he's missing his front tooth.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And he's missing his front tooth. One is completely gone, and it's like, when did that happen? And then
and how?
And then you took it out because he's just, in his most comfortable state right now.
Yeah. You know, the most amazing move by Bruce Willis in the tail end of his career, all of these critics were like, Bruce Willis is washed up. He's doing all these loser movies. This is terrible. What's he doing to his career and to his legacy?
Loser movies.
Oh yeah, they were all over Bruce Willis for like the last 5, 6, 7 movies he put out.
Well, what were they?
Well, that was before they announced that he had this aphasia thing. And when they announced that, they said he was trying to do as many movies as he could to get money for his family so that they'd be financially secure after his passing. And that's why he was taking these dump movies and doing them, even though, his movie career was much more solid before that. Look at his IMDb, C-Lane, and look at like the last handful or like ones. And mostly he's in the movie for only like maybe 10 minutes or something. And then they put him on the cover and stuff. And they just give him a payday. So he was just trying to bank as much as he could before he wasn't able to work anymore. What's on there is those last ones. You see?
I mean, I don't recognize a single one of these on the list. Assassin, Detective Night, Independence, Detective Night Redemption, Paradise City, Detective Night Robe. Really likes this Detective Night series.
They just...
Wire Room, Wrong Place, White Elephant, Vendetta, maybe, but not V for Vendetta.
And some of them, he would have only a handful of lines, but he was just trying to do the best he could before he couldn't work anymore. Amy on YouTube says, the kids I adopted, their biological mother passed away, and the grandmother sent me a picture of her dead on the hospital bed, and they wanted me to share it with the kids. That's a hard no. They don't need to see that. I don't think I would. Yeah. I mean, imagine yourself in that situation. I don't think that I would want to see that photograph.
Okay,
really.
but when they're adults and they want to see it, do they have the right to?
Yeah, I think they absolutely have the right to. I think maybe it would be smart to save it just in case they ever change their mind on that. Lee Rhodes says, pretty sure Bruce Willis is financially secure. He did very well in the movies that he did, but I think he just wanted to bank some more money on the way out so he can make sure everybody was taken care of.
He did very well, but he definitely could have spent a lot of that money.
Yeah, she sure could have. All right, I want to talk about this. It's a free vacation, and you could go to some beautiful countries, and it's absolutely something that more people should know about. So I'll then tell you about this and tell you how this all works when we come back. Plus, we'll get into those dispatches that are starting to pile up right now. Send yours at thenewsjunkie.com. That is coming up next on The News Junkie.
So we no longer have our blue check mark.
Actually, it was a white check mark surrounded by blue.
Don't be that guy.
Okay.
We're still at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the chilly temperatures across central Florida. Highs today will be reaching the upper 50s and low 60s across the viewing area with mostly cloudy skies. As we head into the overnight hours, temperatures dipping into the 30s, 40s, as well as 50s. So it's important to make sure you stay bundled up overnight as we head throughout the remainder of the week and toward the weekend. Those afternoon highs will be soaring back to the 80s.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Cyber Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Bring home a holiday living 4-piece decor set with a wreath, garland, and 2 potted trees, a $149 value, just $59. Valid through 11/29 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Folks, if you are looking for a great place to go eat, have fun, enjoy yourself, and watch the big game, look no further. Primrose Lanes is there for you. If you do the thing that Courtney and I do where you're kind of sitting on the couch, like, where should we go? I don't know where you want to go. I don't know where you want to go. This is the idea that you need to toss out there because Primrose Lanes, while they have bowling and they have some of the original lanes, which is just beautiful and fun to play bowl or to bowl on, I should say, it's so much more than that. It's top of the line food and great drinks from some of the best folks working in kitchens in the Central Florida area. And it's also perfect for sports because they have a 130-inch 4K video wall. I'm pretty sure that beats what's ever at your favorite sports bar or in your house right now. So if you want to have fun, enjoy awesome food and drinks, and watch the game or even bowl, it's an entire entertainment complex. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit them now, primroselanes.com.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot. It's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price. Trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag Gratitude Mission to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Can you trust the government to protect you? We have political chaos, high inflation, global wars, no border protection, and our leadership telling you about pronouns in electric cars. It's time to take a hard look at protecting yourself and your family. It's time to call Oxford Gold Group. Whether you want to diversify against inflation or have gold on hand, you need to visit JesseKellyGold.com. Protect yourself with a visit to JesseKellyGold.com. That's JesseKellyGold.com.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
those final movies that Bruce Willis did. And then they announced that he had aphasia. And I was like, there was something around that time where somebody apologized. And then I just found out what it was. It was the Razzies. Because the Razzies.
Oh, yeah. They did like a whole article or something, right?
Yeah, because they had.
It was
Go
that
ahead.
one and like a 12-year-old that they said was the worst actress.
Mhm,
They
right.
apologized to.
Yeah, and with Bruce Willis, they were like putting him on the Razzies for the worst movies of the year and worst acting and stuff. And then all of a sudden they said, oh my God, we realize what we're doing here and this is a bad look. So they apologized to him after that. That's what happened at that point in time. There was something that was spreading around on social media, and I think it's worth people knowing. Because if you're in the market for a car, this could be for you. This could work out.
Twitter, y'all see this?
You guys interested in a European vacation?
Yeah.
Free one? Who wouldn't be, right? And this is from some financial expert named Vivian, too. And she says, some people have no idea that
Vivian
rich
one already
people...
took the vacation and just out of here.
Yeah. They said, some people have no idea that rich people get...
that bad. Assholes.
Yeah. I thought it was funny, Christopher.
Some people have no idea that rich people get free vacations when they buy cars. And then she unveiled something that I'd never heard of before. It's called Volvo's Overseas Delivery Tourist Program. And a customer can choose from a list of qualified cars on the company's website. So you go to like Volvo's website, you look at all these qualified cars, and then you go to your local Volvo dealership. When you put down a deposit,
you go to pick up the car from the factory in Gothenburg, Sweden, right?
Ooh,
so here's what you get. It says Volvo covers round-trip airfare for 2, plus flight perks like lounges, 2 nights at a hotel, and a free dinner, transfers by car, a VIP Volvo factory tour, a free Swedish lunch, and a visit to the Volvo Museum.
It's just IKEA food.
It's
all meatballs.
Afterwards, the customer has a choice to pick up their car, drive around Sweden for 2 weeks, and have it shipped back to the United States for free, or you could just have them ship it back and head out of there if you want. But if you're already buying a car and you use this Volvo's Overseas Delivery Tourist program, they will literally fly you out to their factory to pick up your car, put you up in a hotel, do all this stuff, and cruise with your car around Sweden for a couple of days.
As far as getting it back? That's
and then
on
they ship
you?
it back.
Oh,
No, they ship it back. Yeah, they'll ship it back afterwards. You can either spend a couple of weeks tooling around in Sweden.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. They said.
And the difference in price between doing this and then just getting the same car and driving it home is phenomenal. No,
So this person said it's actually 5% off the MSRP. I just did this trip with my husband. It was incredible. Somebody said, I did this in 2021. It was a phenomenal trip, and I love my Volvo. Did this for my first car. It was such a blast, people were talking about. The Volvo Overseas Delivery Tourist Program flies your ass over to the damn factory to get that thing. Unfortunately, you have to have a Volvo, though. That's the problem.
Oh, you already have to have one. So, like, what if you got...
It would be if you were buying a new car, because like if you were looking at a new car right now, I said the downside would be that you have to have a Volvo, which...
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the Volvo. Listen, I did not know Volvos prior to the Ireland trip, and that's what the rental company set me up with. It was like it was a brand new Volvo SUV of some sort. My mom looked at it; it was like $80,000 car.
Wow, really?
But
Jesus.
it drove like a damn dream, man.
See, my vision of Volvos is that my mom had one in the 80s, and like everybody had these big tank-like Volvos back then, and you could get into an accident, and the other car would be totaled, and you'd be like... I got a little scuff on the side of my car right here.
How is that a bad thing?
You know, but no, that's a good thing. They were tanks. They were beautiful cars, but some of the Volvos before the recent ones were incredibly ugly. My mom's Volvo was such an ugly car. It was just hideous, man.
For the longest time, whenever I thought of a Volvo, I thought of Jeff Foxworthy and those stupid redneck jokes.
Mm-hmm.
To be like, if you think Volvo is part of the woman's anatomy.
Oh, my God.
Now that I hear about this, I'm really surprised, and maybe he just never heard of this or isn't interested in having a Volvo, although my dad tends to buy things that are Swedish just because they're Swedish.
Really?
Just because his mother, my grandmother, was from Sweden, so he tends to lean towards Swedish things.
Like the fish?
I don't know if I've seen a bag of the fish around at his house, but I remember he got a Swedish-made dishwasher once.
Oh.
There's some bottles of Svedka in the...
It seems like it would be hard to find outside of IKEA.
I don't know.
Have you been to Sweden.com/merch?
No, I did not know they had a storefront there, but good for them. Aaron on YouTube says, my parents paid less than they would have at the dealer to do this. The extra days tooling around Europe, of course, cost a little bit more, but the trip was great for them, he says. So I guess a lot of people have done this, and it's something that they offer, and that seems cool to me. I mean, if you're already going to buy a car and you already want to buy one of those Volvos, from what Sabrina said, some of them might be a little pricier on the $80,000 level of pricing. That's a little bit pricey. But they said the shipping costs are all included in the purchase price. So there you go. Let's go over to you. Let's see what's happening in your world. We got these dispatches that are coming in right now. In fact, somebody is commenting on the Volvo program, so I'll put that up first. But just know that you can join us with the dispatch by going to thenewsjunkie.com and recording yours now. Just like John. Here's John.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
About the Volvo thing, I actually did this in 2007. I was stationed in Germany. I bought the Volvo, and they just put us on a train, and we went up to Sweden, picked up the car, and drove it back, which was super cool. Nothing like picking up your vehicle from the factory. You hop in, and there's like 2 miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. The only thing that sucked was it got scratched on the ferry on the way back to Germany. And sealing it right. It's just IKEA food. It's terrible. And the Volvo Museum is pretty much just a gift shop.
Well, hey, the rest of it's really cool, though. You got to give some points for the rest of it. Sharkbait wants to join the show and talk to us a little bit about private photos online.
Hey guys, so you're on the topic of posting some very private pictures. Well, I would like to just add that my ex-husband took a picture of our dog after he had passed away, and it's him wrapped up in a blanket. It's a sweet picture, but I did not think it was appropriate for social media. So there's just that. Have a good day. Bye.
I don't know.
Now, you say ex. Was that like a big factor in the divorce? Or
see, that's a weird one because if it's a dog, I don't think about it the same way. As long as the dog didn't just get hit by a car or something. If it's a dog and it's just like wrapped up, and I've seen some adorable videos, even almost made me, the robot man, cry. Like the video of the guy who goes, but my dog had 1 day left, and I brought him to the beach because he always loved to go to the beach. And the dog's just sitting there in the beach all nestled up, and he's petting his dog, and he goes, Jesus Christ.
It's so sad. There was one meme I saw, like it wasn't even a video, you guys. And it was this shelter that, you know, specializes in putting your dog down, but in the front they have this jar of chocolate.
Okay.
And they say the chocolate's for the dogs because, you know, right? They're on their way out, so why not give them a chance to eat chocolate one time before they die?
Yeah, that stuff's a little bit much for me.
So we're going to have a death sad day, huh?
My new favorite thing, though, is watching Lady the dog eat foods for the first time. He's trying to squeeze some tears out of you.
It'll happen, dude. It will happen. Oh, my God. I didn't even tell you guys what happened to me.
What? Was Carl?
I love that man very, very much. But he's like, hey, what is Carl's age here? Because I rescued Carl, and he says, in our system here, I have 4. But based on his eyes, like it's a very big like trait that there's a certain film after they reach a certain age. And he said, based on that, Carl's more like 6.5, 7 years old.
Ooh. Oh, really?
So within 30 seconds, my baby boy, puppy Carl, that was 4 years old, went to 7.5, senior dog.
Oh,
and
so
I don't know what to do with myself. Can you stop it? And what I did was like...
Good. Let's go. Let's go back to 4. We'll stay on 4 for now.
Yeah, he's a puppy for sure.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about, including a woman who faced an intruder on her doorstep, and how she handled this moment is something that we all need to learn from. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Rolling Stones are coming to Orlando in June 2024. But all this week, the Monsters in the Morning and the Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them. Tickets to the Rolling Stones all this week on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Tuesday is going great so far. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, seems like a delay still due to an incident if you're coming into Osceola County from Polk County, eastbound on I-4. And of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but westbound is clear, east and west of the 408 as well. North and south of the Turnpike is incident-free, as well as the Greenway. So overall, a pretty smooth ride. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip-hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating, then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype, that's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but two 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Bank of America is the proud employer of over 210,000 teammates who go above and beyond to support their clients' financial goals. Like Bruno, a Better Money Habits volunteer champion who helps debt feel less scary by giving clients tips and tools to tackle it little by little. For all your financial goals, we're here to listen and help. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/about. Bank of America NA, member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
First, we tried a cheaper grocery store, but we still couldn't buy enough food. I keep smiling because I don't want my parents to feel bad. They work so hard, and I know how much they love me. But people like you give us hope. This holiday season, every $10 you donate to Second Harvest Food Bank helps provide 40 meals. Thanks to you, we can enjoy a big meal together as a family. Give today at feedhopenow.org.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
We're supposed to have an interview with one of the contestants from the Squid Game Challenge reality show.
I meant to watch some of that yesterday, at least to get ready for it.
You got to get caught up with this. It's so good. I know
I'm enjoying it.
Josh started watching it last night. He was like, wow, this is really well done. And Sabrina's watching it. I'm watching it. A lot of people are tuning into this. And they could have really screwed this up. They could have done it and it looked like cheesy and it wasn't well produced, but it was. It was very well produced.
The only cheesy part for me is like the B-roll of the guys in the masks that are like pressing the buttons.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all aren't doing that live. Come on.
Yeah, but they recreated the room where all like the Squid Game baddies are, and they have a nice little setup, and like all of the things. Somebody said yesterday, is it as good as the Mr. Beast Squid Game setup? It's 10 times better. Like all of the things that they build look exactly like the things look in Squid Game, the television series. And one of the most viral tweets right now with 5.7 million views, and a lot of people agreeing with this nonsense. It showed Netflix tweeting out a clip from this show, Squid Game, The Challenge. And it has this one contestant that Sabrina and I have talked about previously. And it says 299. That's the guy. His number is 299.
Throw up guy?
He's the throw up guy, the dry heave guy, who was very, very bizarre. And he cried and stuff. And it said 299 had one of the most dramatic reality show exits of all time. Hashtag Squid Game, The Challenge. And the person who has a tweet now with 5.7 million views said, this is not entertainment. This is a man that just lost a chance at getting a life-changing amount of money, realizing he lost everything and shutting down on camera. Netflix lost the plot. This person said.
Come on, man.
This is such a weirdo, weak way to view the world. It's so weird. He didn't lose anything. Right? All these people don't go in with $4.5 million and lose it. They go in with a chance to get $4.5 million and a better chance than anybody playing any lottery game out there because you're 1 in 456. That's your shot at getting $4.5 million. That's a great opportunity, but you don't get it automatically.
No.
And each person that falls off along the way, not getting it, isn't like, oh my God, look at this poor guy. He realized he lost everything and he shut down on camera. It's like, that's a really weak perspective to have on things. This is a guy who's a character, number one. And I don't know if this person even watched the show because they would know more about him if they did.
No, and then you cross the line of, or that fine line, I guess, of forgetting that it's a reality television show.
Mm-hmm.
And this person signed up for it. But then what is your goal by tweeting that out? Are you going to play the part of, well, I just have empathy and sympathy for this person,
Right.
And it's not right, or it's like you're just finding all the bad parts of it and you want to tweet it out so you have this army of people that agree with you, and it strays away from the point that this was a consenting adult that signed up for this show and probably is going to get a bunch of opportunities afterwards because he was one of the highlights.
I'm interested to see what like the breakdown of people who would agree or disagree with this would be, because it has 79,000 likes, but 5.7 million views is that's a lot. So it's not all of those people liking what the sentiment was in this. And if you look at this from that perspective, then get rid of Big Brother, get rid of Survivor, get rid of any kind of competition series that you might have. Get rid of baseball games. That's not fair. One team loses when they leave the field. That's not fair. Their hearts are broken. They really had their sights set on winning that World Series.
Yeah, Biggest Loser. That was one of the biggest reality shows in its day. And it was like people were trying to better themselves health-wise, but there were people that also got kicked off the show.
Right.
And they showed
bigger losers.
Right.
I think that's a pathetic way to view things. Here's the way I would view it. This guy,
I interrupted you.
This guy got an experience of a lifetime. I can't wait to talk to this guy in a couple of hours who was in the same position and was on this show, because that would be just fundamentally one of the coolest things. You're going to tell people about it for the rest of your life. What were you going to say, C-Line?
This dude in the tweet is basically like the William Hung of the Squid Game thing. Like, he's out the first week, and they're making a big deal about him because he looked like he threw up a lot. If you're going to come and tell me, like, oh, you guys shouldn't be posting all this stuff about William Hung, you're just making fun of him. Well, he I think he seemed all right with it.
Yeah, he's built a little career, a quasi-career out of it afterwards. He's done okay. Somebody said, I forget who, but somebody on Twitter made a perfect retweet saying, it's no longer about winning money for a trip to Disney. It's winning money to pay for housing, food, hospital bills, schooling, and living. And that's
what Squid Game was about.
That's the point of the series, for God's sake. You're so silly that you're missing the easy point right in front of you. I just don't get it. It's like, one thing you could take from this is that there's some people out there that think everybody who enters a contest should just win. We all just win. Everybody gets the money. And we all look at like the sad sob story that each person is facing. Or you look at it like this. This guy went, he had fun. He was featured on the television show. He'll get to talk about this for the rest of his life. And he had a shot to win some money. He didn't get all the way there. And 455 other people will be in the same spot that he's in when this is over. And one person will be the victor who gets the whole bowl full of cash. But I think that's so silly and weak. Perhaps you agree with it. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now, because I'd love to hear more of why you think that stuff like this is wrong. It's the actual point of Squid Game. It's the actual social point that they're making.
Okay, but for the reality show, it's not.
Well, no, maybe you could say, here's an argument you can make. You could say Squid Game, the series, was making an argument that pinning people against each other to try to earn enough money to pay off their debts and pay medical bills for their families is the height of terrible end stage anarcho-capitalism, right? And this is terrible what we're doing to these people. But in Squid Game, the series, people were dying when they lost. And this, you just get in the vehicle that brought you there and go home and go back to your life doing whatever it was that you were doing, knowing that you got to have an experience. I did want to share this. This should have been the tweet with the most views. And it dovetails off something I mentioned on this show before. It's a guy named John Penniman. And he says, I will never recover from this student email I just got. And the email says, good afternoon, Professor Penniman. Hope you had a great break. I was wondering if it would be acceptable to use sources from the late 1900s for our final paper. I found an interesting paper from 1994. Is there a cutoff date of publication? See you tomorrow. This is...
It's not like that now, is it?
This is like I told you when we were in line at Publix when somebody pulled out their ID and the bag boy goes, whoa, you were born in the 1900s? And you go, oh, no. I don't like this.
We never referred to it as that.
I don't want to hear that. It sounds so bad when you say it. Wow, you were from the 1900s.
Don't they have little etiquette tips about commenting on people's age? Like that used to be a thing that you were like taught to exercise some grace around. You know, when you're talking about somebody, you're talking about when somebody was born, IDing somebody, you know, almost like if you're a cashier, like, oh my gosh, is this this fake? You know, you're supposed to be like, oh, you know, you meet somebody's mother, like, you could be sisters. And then the bag boy just ruins 1900.
Yeah, you guys don't have this yet, but you know what's going to hit you hard? What hits you hard is when you're signing up for something and you go to do the thing where you select your birth year. And then you have to like scroll an awkward amount of time to get to your birth year. And
No, that's annoying.
Oh, God. It used to be just right there. Like maybe even like the default one was your birth year. And now you got to scroll through history, get back to.
Hey, how about this? How about we not have a selector for birth years? We could just type 4 digits because we're all adults here.
No, it would be better. It would remind me less of how long has gone by since I've been born.
Perfect. Problem solved. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Next.
Thank you. Don't send these emails to your professors, please. God, it makes them all feel absolutely old. All right, now I got to tell you about this woman who did something very well. She was in a bad situation, so she did the best she could. And I know we talked before on the show, and I think there was some disagreement among us as to what you should do if somebody tries to steal your dog from you, even at gunpoint. Because I said at gunpoint, I don't know that I would just give up my dog. And I know that some of you will be like, you're going to lose your life over a dog or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know that I would just give up my dog. In fact, I don't think I would. I think I would call the person's bluff that they weren't going to shoot me over the dog and not just sit there as somebody takes away something that I care about. I just, and maybe you think I wouldn't do that, but I believe I would in the moment. If somebody pulled out a gun and said, give me the dog or I'm going to shoot you. Say, go for it, you know? Let's see what happens next. But this woman, she was robbed of her French bulldog, which is a very expensive dog. I'm sure she loved her pet. And Hendrix is the name of her pet. She's putting out all these photos, security photos of the guy who robbed her. And she was in Washington, D.C., I guess. She was grieving because another of her dogs drowned during the flooding of a doggy daycare center not too long before.
Oh, talk about
and that's
luck,
why,
man.
yeah, that's why she ended up getting this dog. And she said this man ran up the stairs to her home, and he seemed to emerge from 2 black cars parked on the street in front of her house. And they may have been watching her and seen her with the French bulldog. And they ran up to the front door, went up the stairs, and the guy had a taser. And he said, "Give me the dog, or I'm gonna tase you." And the woman handed over her French bulldog. If a taser is the weapon, does that change your mind as to what your response is if somebody says, give me the dog or I'm going to do it?
I immediately, I go ahead, try to tase me. But I'm going to try to spin kick that taser out of your hands or dodge
spin kick you right down the stairs that you just walked up.
With as light as Carl is, I'd probably just kind of lasso and hit the guy with Carl or the taser,
back around.
taser out of his hand.
I mean, you could do that with a young Carl, but he's 6 now.
Stop it. Please stop.
So this woman just handed over the dog. She said they're looking for somebody, but they're looking for a man who's 5'5". You can only see his eyeballs in the video, and he got into a black car.
All right, that narrows it down.
Good luck. Yeah, it's like half of the Washington, D.C. area. You're probably not going to find this. I would never give my dog up if somebody brought out a taser as the way that they were going to threaten me to hand over the dog.
What kind of blows my mind is that they don't have in those microchips the upgrade, pay a little bit more for GPS.
They could, right? How long's an AirTag last? How long's the battery on an AirTag last?
No idea.
I don't know. It's one of those like coin batteries that you would use on a watch.
The problem would be, so you take an AirTag, and once it's dead, you put it on like a charging pad or something. I don't know if you could charge through the dog. You could charge a dog. If you could just put the dog on the charging pad and like recharge the AirTag that was inside them, that would be a fantastic thing to have.
Audio trademark.
Yeah, that would be like, I think every pet owner would pay $200 for that. I think every pet owner would say
way more than that.
Yeah, for peace of mind, I will pay this for my animal to make sure that they're safe and that nothing is wrong with them.
Do we know how much power is generated by like you know how they call the Rolex a self-winding watch?
Mm-hmm.
So it's powered by the movement of your hand.
Yeah,
and then so if you know how much power that generates, because if you could put that sort of mechanism inside the dog.
Yeah. Then the dog,
now all the dogs just have big lumps on them.
Carl's running around full speed. And when Carl runs the distance of 1 city block, that's a person going a 5K.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got little tiny legs. So he would charge that thing up real quick. and then bam, you could track them.
What was the thing before the Apple tracker? It was
just GPS.
No, it was like, remember you can get these tags and you put them on your keys and then you download the app, but it will tell you where it's at. And I don't remember charging those. What was it called?
I know what you're talking about. I remember seeing those, and there was a lot of companies I think that made those for a while.
Help me out.
It was mostly put them on your keys because we lose our keys so often, or slide one in your wallet so you don't leave your wallet somewhere. I do remember those. Let's go over to some dispatches real quick.
You.
Here is Butters with a dispatch to join the show.
Last year, my beautiful, beautiful Sam Squanch passed away. She was a white English bulldog, and she was the greatest dog ever. She lived 13 years, but if anyone came up to me with a gun, a rocket launcher, a saw, a fork, I would fight them. I don't care. They're not taking my dog. I will die for my dog.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page here. I know it sounds weird, but like I'm pretty close with my dog, and I'm dumb enough.
You're not alone with that statement at all. I mean, I'm almost died for other people's dogs. I almost died thinking it was a puppy in the road and it was a boot.
I
think
maybe
out of the way.
I think maybe in the moment you might go a little further than you're thinking. Like if you actually imagine the person coming up to you and Carl's there and all that stuff is happening, I think there's a group of people who are saying, nope, my life is worth more than this dog, blah, 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 blah. But I think presented with that circumstance, some people might think differently about that. And there's some people who aren't nearly as close to their dog. Some people just view their dog as like a thing. And they don't care as much, but most people do. Most people would fight for their dog, certainly with a taser as the weapon that you're seeing. And most people, I think, would be, well, this woman wasn't, but most people would be willing to fight back. Here's Roberto talking about the dog.
Oh, boy, Sean, I'm with you, man. But I probably would just give the dog up, let them take 2 steps away, pull my gun out, shoot them right in their back. End of story. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. Because I don't know if they're going to turn around and shoot me. So, boom. Take my dog, take 2 steps, and you're done. Wiggle, wiggle.
I don't think you could do that, actually. Right?
If they're taking the dog.
No, if they rob you and they take the dog and now their back is turned to you, if you just shoot them.
What if they have your kid?
I don't know, because that seems like you can if it's a kid but not a dog, and I don't know why that actually is.
Okay, what if you consider your dog your kid?
But let's bring the law into this, right? From what we know, with self-defense, it ends if a person is running in the other direction. You can't shoot people in the back. The person you shoot has to be posing you an immediate threat. So
what if I went, hey, you forgot this, and he turns around, and then I go?
Then you can shoot him. Maybe, because if anybody else was around and witnessed what you said to him and saw that you kind of tricked him into it, you might be in a little more trouble. Darth
that's
Yavin,
a fun one to put on the Mo list.
Do put that down. Darth Yavin on Twitch says, yep, you can't shoot them. It's still illegal. Can't shoot if you're no longer in danger. If they face the other way, I think you're done for. And then imagine that, the person dies and you spend the rest of your life in jail because you just did what you thought was right. Etch-a-Sketch wants to join us. Here's another dispatch from them.
Sealand, you're not wrong. We were taught those etiquette rules in the good old days, back in the
good old
1900s.
Oh, stop doing that. I don't like that in the slightest. Oh, God. It makes me feel so old whenever I hear a story like that. Almost as old as when I see these, and whenever they come out, it's very, very funny because generally it means that the news outlet is way behind the times. But at the end of the year, they always release these stories where they talk about the latest slang for the young folks out there. The words that the kids are using on the streets.
I learned those on TikTok videos now. I don't need a news story.
Well, I've got some of them here. And I can just tell you, first glance, some of these are dated. Like some of these things that they're saying, these are the hip things that the young kids are saying in high school right now. I know that they're not still saying this list. Because if I look at it, this is how I judge this. If I stare at the list and I know most all of them, no way in hell is that how kids are talking right now. Because I'm not up on every single word that would be used commonly in a high school.
No cap?
That's on the list.
All right.
And I think that's kind of fading out.
That was on our list a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think that one's probably fading out. They probably got something new that they're saying. But there's some on here that I have never heard before, and I want to see if you guys know these. especially one, well, I don't want to tell you because then you might find out during the break or somebody will look it up on chat. We'll go over these. We'll try to keep in touch with what's happening with the younger folks out there. And I'm sure this list is totally accurate and will make us as hip as can be. We'll see. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Tuesday's going great so far, and right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando seems like a delay still due to an incident if you're coming into Osceola County from Polk County eastbound on I-4. And of course your usual delay on I-4 eastbound approaching State Road 535, but westbound is clear, east and west of the 408 as well. North and south of the Turnpike is incident-free, as well as the Greenway. So overall, a pretty smooth ride. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
Join us at the Christmas Walk in downtown Mount Dora Friday, December 1st from 6 to 9 p.m. Sponsored by Advent Health and Discover Lake. A celebration of lights, shopping, and holiday fun. For details and activities, visit MountDora.com. See you December 1st at the Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing, but not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, but you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. And you can see the difference immediately when you go to the website, thatmortgageguydon.com, chock full of information for you, very easy to navigate through, and any question you have direct access to the expert himself. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy to walk, energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again, and feels like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com, andro400.com, or call 888-400-0435, 888-400-0435.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself. And to celebrate, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase every Wednesday, now through December. Limit one classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, creators. It's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hype app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 1067 for a chance to hear your Hype song air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the Hype app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL1067 on Insta.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Over during the break, USA Today. Whew. We'll get to this in just a moment, but C-Lane is our resident Costco card holder, and I had to ask, have you seen, C-Lane, these like giant mega bundles that they have at Costco for PlayStations? Have you seen that while you've been there?
I don't pay attention to PlayStation stuff. So,
all right, but tell me more. I got one.
Okay, well, I'll say this. If you were a teenager and your friend got this for Christmas, you would want to blow your brains out.
Okay, as Sabrina, not a teenager, but just Sabrina, would I still be really excited if I got this?
Oh, yeah, of course you would. Just the size of the gift alone would blow your mind. I have a terrible photo of it here for the YouTube and Twitch folks.
Oh, I saw this.
You saw this?
I didn't see it at Costco. I saw somebody posting about it, and they did that thing on Facebook that annoys people where they're like, hey, this great deal where this 50-inch Sony TV is bundled with a PlayStation is only $299 at See More, .. And the See More is not tappable.
No, it's not $299 because whoever's getting this has rich parents. I would have never got this growing up. It is the ultimate Christmas gift. It's a PS5, a Sony television with Android TV and all of that stuff built into it, 2 controllers, headphones, a webcam, a video. Actually, I think there might be 10 video games or something. There's a bunch of video games that come along with it and some other stuff. And it's all in one gigantic box.
For how much?
I think it's $900.
That's a steal.
Considering all this stuff.
That is a steal. Absolutely. Just the PS5 alone. I mean, maybe the price has gone down significantly, but the PS5 price is half of $900.
Could you imagine trying to ask your parents for this for Christmas when you were a kid?
No.
This is all I want, Ma.
Absolutely not.
Ma, I just want this bundle that they have over at Costco. Don't be cheap on me now.
Or you pull what I tried, and I was like, don't worry about it. Santa will take care of it, Mom.
Yeah, he'll knock
Trust
it out.
me.
Even Santa can't afford those damn things. That's for the rich kids. All right, here's the cringe list. And USA Today, shame on you for even releasing this. They do this every year. Every year it gets worse.
I feel like multiple times a year we see this.
There might be other outlets that do it too, but they said most used slang terms for 2023, basically saying the high school kids. Here's what they're saying, parents, so you could be on the up and up. But it's never a high school kid that writes the article. How about try that every once in a while? Get a USA Today. Go get a high school kid or a couple of them and interview them and talk to them. Be like, what are the phrases you're using?
Well, where are they getting this information from? The internet?
I don't know. Probably Urban Dictionary or something like that. Because all of these are dated. These are not from this year. The first one is sus. How long have people been saying that for?
A very long time.
3 years, 4 years or something, maybe even longer than that. The other one is bet, which just means like I agree or good news. And again, that is not new. That's not something that has not been around for a while.
And also, I don't think that they're using it.
I don't either.
I just saw a video not too long ago where it's like a millennial talking to what seemed to be like 12 or 13-year-old girls. And she was like, oh, I can't use slay anymore. They're like, ew, slay is out.
You talking about the GAT one?
Yeah, that's the video that I just saw too.
All right, look at us with the same algorithm. That's cute.
Yeah. Keep explaining for people who didn't see it.
So it was, they were in the back of a car, and she was asking all the things that I think the three of us and many others would believe are what the kids are using today.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, slay is out.
Right.
Bet is out. What was another one?
One was about
emojis. The crying emojis is out. But GYAT, GYAT, is in. And I have never in my life heard that before until that video.
I had to Google it myself. I had no idea what GYAT, G-Y-A-T meant.
They say it in the video. Girl, your ass thick.
Girl, your ass thick.
No, but they're kids, so they didn't say ass. They had to switch it up.
Wait a minute, you couldn't figure that out?
That's a sign of the time, Sean, if you had to Google what they meant.
I Googled it afterwards, and yeah, girl, your ass thick. But I didn't know, when people started saying thought, I didn't know what that was either. And
that
I think
over
it was,
there?
Yeah, I think it was that intern, Jen, who was with us, who now works for Sirius. And I think she was the one who was like, yep, this is what this means. All these are so dated. Salty, that's not new. I know that's not new. Somebody saying sus comes from Among Us, and Among Us is not new by any stretch of the imagination. Bussin', bougie. Bougie's got to be like 8 years old at this point.
At
in terms
least.
of people using that. Drip.
Yeah.
Drip is not new.
This has to be an old list. Did you double check the date?
Yeah, this is from this month. It was from yesterday. And Finna, all of these are old. This is somebody who like talked to someone in their 30s about what the words are. IYKYK.
I'm so tired of that. I don't.
Wait, that's in case you missed
you know.
it. Oh.
No, if you know, you know. Courtney is the only one who never knows these because I'm a very, very online person. Like I know about deep internet lore.
Oh, cool.
And I follow all this. I'm not saying it in a way to flex.
Who says internet lore? That is very old phrase.
You're showing your cards here. That means you don't go deep on the internet. If you
no
don't know
one calls
about
it internet lore.
Yes, they do.
Not
people
the kids. The kids do not.
Yes, people who are very online do. I know about all of these things. No, these are not. That's a whole different part of the internet. I'm talking about the soft underbelly of the internet, where all the weird stuff happens.
The dark web.
No, not the dark web. No, not there. Just all these different places where things start to become viral. Darth Yavin says, is Riz on there? Because if not, it's outdated. Riz is not even on here. And I don't even know if they're still using Riz, because that was like from a year or two ago in and of itself.
I don't know Riz. What's Riz?
Charisma. That's what Riz comes from. Anyhow, but Courtney is the least online person that I know. Like Courtney does, she has her phone and she uses a couple social media apps and stuff, but she'll look at if you know, and she won't know what it is. She'll be like, "What's an NPC?" She doesn't know about those things because she doesn't go online and keep up with all of this stuff.
My problem with if you know is like it's this hip way. The people that use it, like it's like their hip way of going, I'm cooler than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at this. I'm here. If you know, you know. You probably don't know, but if you do, you do.
Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch says, my kid is the Wizard of Oz, according to him. I like that.
That's great.
This whole list is old and dated, and I guarantee you none of the kids in high school are using any of these phrases other than GAT, which I'm sure is very, very common.
Is Yeet out now?
It's on the list, but if it's on the list, doesn't that kind of mean like it might be out, even though they're saying it's in by putting it on the list?
Well, that sucks.
You know what we need to get, and this sounds so weird. We need to get a teenager.
Okay.
We need somebody whose teenage kid will be willing to join us on the show so we can ask them, like, what are people saying? What are the things that are going on?
I don't want to feel stupid.
When are they done with school? Because then we'll just have them on the show.
That's true. Yeah, we just have somebody come into the studio and like we could get deep into this because USA Today is not deep into it. I don't think that they're right about this. Last Fan says that Costco deal was in Canada Costco, and it was 3 years ago for the PS5 Sony TV bundle. No, it's still there. Costco.com has it, but they're brutal about it. They don't show you the price, and you have to log in, and you have to have a Costco account to even see the price for the thing. But I found it elsewhere. It's like $900 or somewhere close to that. And they keep having these bundles. They had like a Spider-Man 2 one. They have various different ones that they do. And this one is the most expensive one I've seen so far.
With the GAT thing, I saw somebody, and I guess this probably makes sense because they were pairing it in the chat with the word damn. So if you see the girl with the ass is thick, you say, "Get damn!"
Oh, right.
God. Yeah, guess who's not going to be doing that? I will not be doing that
Pussy.
at all.
Yeah, damn.
I got 500 reasons why I won't be doing that in public. And one of them is just because all the teenagers who heard me would go back to school and go, guys, GAT is over. It's done. I saw this guy, and he was saying it, so now it's over with. We talk about this from time to time, Courtney and I. You can watch a trend. Like, all the girls were coloring their hair this certain, like, purplish color for a while. And you saw the younger girls doing it. Then you saw it work its way into the early 20-somethings. Then you saw the 30-year-olds do it. And then the spinsters picked up on it. And then you got people in their 40s. And then, like, your aunt starts doing it. And by that time, the teenagers have stopped. They go, oh, this has ran its course. We got to move on to the next thing. All right, quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Well,
and Harry. What's the Harry? Harry's coming up on the next episode.
On the next episode. Well, Selma Blair has revealed that her doctor, instead of diagnosing her with MS, has told her to just get a boyfriend. Christmas is just around the corner and just in time for the season. Got an auction of movie and music memorabilia that will make you the hit of debt collectors. I mean, your holiday party. Plus, not sure why we know this now, but you'll never guess who Dolly Parton's husband is, quote, desperate to have a threesome with. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the chilly temperatures across central Florida. Highs today will be reaching the upper 50s and low 60s across the viewing area with mostly cloudy skies. As we head into the overnight hours, temperatures dipping into the 30s, 40s, as well as 50s. So it's important to make sure you stay bundled up overnight as we head throughout the remainder of the weekend toward the weekend. Those afternoon highs will be soaring back to the 80s.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light, oh so bright? Drive into any Central Florida area Valvoline Instant Oil Change where our certified technicians are happy to help you get back on the road in no time. Stay in your car and no appointment needed. For money-saving coupons, go to VIOC.com.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at ineedarootcanal.com. That's ineedarootcanal.com.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real?
Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. odds are you won't die.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at rockthecountry.com.
Craving tender beef ribs? How about juicy pulled pork or sliced brisket that melts in your mouth? Jimmy Bear's Barbecue is thrilled to offer catering services that span from Tampa to Cocoa and St. Augustine to West Palm. Whether you're planning a corporate event, a family gathering, wedding, or any special occasion, our catering services are designed to bring mouth-watering barbecue flavors and impeccable service straight to your location. Go to jimmybears.com and feast upon our catering menu. That's jimmybears.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
The Rolling Stones, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, famous for their police-escorted motorcades that whisk them in and out of their live shows. Now, iHeartRadio gives you a chance to be part of the entourage on the Stones' upcoming tour. You and 3 friends travel via motorcade to the VIP entrance, check out Soundcheck, and see the Rolling Stones live from some of the best seats in the house. Another iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience. Enter to win by listening to this station on the free iHeartRadio app.
So until they ban it, you can still find us here at Real Radio 104.1 on TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the...
It's happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. If you miss any of the show today, as always, you can go get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Sabrina's a hottie.
Nothing. Weather's nice.
Oh.
It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey.
I mean, the man don't lie.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. Before the end of the year, perhaps your goal for 2024 is to buy yourself your dream home or refinance the dream home you already own. Work with the man, the legend, the expert, and your best friend. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
First of all, I can't even tell you what the throwback is for today because we have some breaking news. Thank you, Christopher Lane.
What's happening?
Oh, yeah. Taylor Swift moves into Travis Kelce's ultra-private $6 million Kansas City mansion for the next few ...
Oh, my God. Insane.
It's pretty quick. They move in together.
Yeah. Talk about it. Is this a lesbian couple?
They've had sex, right? You would think? I mean, if
Okay.
you're moving a
I would
house for a little
assume.
while. Yeah, I
Or
would assume so.
perhaps she didn't want to give it up until they moved in together. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
How many houses does he have?
Oh, they both have a bunch, I bet.
Well, good.
Must be nice.
Well, congratulations. And it must be nice that they can't do one thing in private without Daily Mail getting a hold of it. But there you have it. It was 33 years ago, 1990, that a court dismissed an assault case against the lead singer of this group right here.
Guns N' Roses.
Second point for who that is.
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose is right. Slash is the guitarist.
You said guitarist. My
Slaxl
bad.
Rose.
Axl Rose is right after the DA's office decided not to prosecute for lack of evidence. The big piece of evidence that was missing, the wine bottle that he had apparently slammed over the head of his neighbor on this day 33 years ago. And here he is, circling back to the courtroom with that new sexual assault lawsuit. There you have it. People are defending this gal right here after her performance over the Thanksgiving break.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly's right, y'all. And I
Why
guess
would they have to defend her? I thought she did a great job.
I thought so too. The haters gonna hate though, Sean, and they were not okay with the 77-year-old Dolly Parton wearing the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit during her performance. Why? Because she's too old for that. What if children were watching? But now their ageism is being called out, including called out by Whoopi Goldberg, who told them to bite me. And then farted. Stella Parton said that they should go F themselves. And with that, I say, who's Stella again?
Yeah.
Her sister, as a matter of fact. I personally thought my big sister Dolly was cute as hell. To those of you being so critical of a 77-year-old kicking up her heels, I say, go F yourself.
I finally found a little pocket of the internet where they hate Dolly Parton. And it's
What
really...
is it, incels?
It must be, because the thing is, they say that Dolly Parton is a man, and like,
yeah, right.
Like Dolly Parton is a man. Dolly Parton looks very much like a woman to me. All right, so I don't think you're going to win on this one.
Too. So bless
she
her
still
soul.
looks great.
Speaking of kicking up heels, she might just be kicking them off because, and I don't understand how this came about, but she's been married to Carl Thomas Dean since 1966. Sean, you remember that? Those years
I
you were
was
born,
not
right?
alive back then. Nope.
She was only 20 years old, and he was 23. And despite their long-lasting romance, Dolly has now admitted that they have a spicy open marriage.
Ooh.
Which now will include his, and I quote, desperate attempt to have a threesome with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, my guy's aiming high here.
Yeah, he is.
He's pretty old too. So
Dolly admits that he's not jealous, and she's not jealous of him. He knows I flirt, and he flirts too. Yes, it's an open relationship, but not sexually. And I would kill him if I thought he was doing that. He would shoot me too. At the end of the day, we just love each other madly. But
Wait, they have an open relationship, but not sexually.
You could flirt with other people. Maybe over the pants stuff. I have no idea.
All right.
You could, I've barely seen the man. I think that he's just a very quiet, humble fella.
Yeah.
But after speaking with The Tonight Show, Dolly explained that her husband is crazy about Jennifer Aniston. And then he got absolutely crazier when he found out that Dolly and Jennifer Aniston are buddies. And then at that point begged his wife, 77 years old, he is what? at 80 years old to see if maybe her and Jen and him can have a threesome.
You got to shoot your shot. That's what he's going for.
I don't
there.
know. Would the shot go? Is that just a poof of smoke? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a great performance, but for him it would be. Like he would remember that for the remainder of his days.
Yes, he will. Jenner, Aniston.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
I'm going to go lower this time.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you a lot, Stan.
No, wait. You went this far. You put it all together.
Would you be down if me and you and my husband banged? Nick Cannon banged.
That was all you had?
Yeah. Well, I don't have enough time. That's what I don't have right here.
Okay.
Nick Cannon has a lot of kids, though.
He does.
2 of which with this gal right here. Damn it. This gal right
Emergency lady.
here.
Mariah Carey.
Who?
Mariah Carey.
Oh, she has a sneeze.
I hate this. Oh, I can't do it. That is messing up my brain.
Time of year, and St. Nick Cannon will be in every chimney he could possibly be in.
I don't even know if strategically he could pull that off.
I mean, he was in some kind of lady chimney 11-something times.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? He said it's all about the
Lady
kids.
chimney.
Chimney, by that I mean vagina.
Yeah, like a vagina.
Yeah. Like a. It's all about the kids, so you'll definitely see us doing some fun, over-the-top stuff in the
If
next
that's the
30
chimney,
days.
where do you light the fire?
In the butt.
Yeah, right there at the bottom, huh?
Yep. Well, gosh, time do be a flying, and it's definitely flown when it comes to this movie right here. It's located in your back, and then you don't poke it, but you might.
Spinal Tap.
This is Spinal Tap.
This is Spinal Tap, and now the long-awaited This is Spinal Tap sequel will begin filming at the end of February.
This is still Spinal Tap?
Oh, this is Spinier Tappers.
Do you think that would do good if you put it at the box office?
No. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, but it's like a lot. I love Christopher Guest. I love that crew. One of my favorite movies of all time is Best in Show.
Great movie.
But this is Spinal Tap. I personally never got into.
I've never seen it.
And
I've seen it. I thought it was funny. It's not as good as Best in Show, in my not so humble opinion. But I wonder why now they want to bring this back. That seems odd.
Well, they say it's going to mark the original's 40th anniversary. And also, he did reveal some surprise guests, him being the director, Rob Reiner, who, according to his new podcast, he knows who also killed JFK. But let's put that news aside and tell you who's going to be involved in the 40th anniversary This is Spinal Tap sequel. We got Paul McCartney.
Whoa.
Elton John.
Big name.
And this guy right here.
Garth Brooks?
Garth Brooks is right, with an exclamation point, Sean. He
Wouldn't
also
expect that.
Also confirmed that everyone's back. That includes himself as filmmaker Marty DeBurgi, Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, Harry Shearer. Harry
Shearer is from The Simpsons, I think.
Yeah, bunch of stuff.
The new release date has yet to be announced, but congratulations, Garth Brooks, on getting that role.
Harry Shearer, good for him, has so many voices on The Simpsons.
On the boob tube.
I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Unless you're Jennifer Aniston. We got Dancing with the Stars on ABC, Name That Tune on Fox, The Voice on NBC, and the 2-episode stand-up special, Verified Stand-Up, on Netflix. You can catch John Hamm, Carrie Coon, and Dogstar on Kimmel. Follow your dreams. Send me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
What? Dog Star is going to be playing?
Ooh.
Are you guys familiar?
No idea.
Oh, you know somebody in Dog Star. You know one of the people in Dog Star.
Who's in Dog Star?
Dog Star is Keanu Reeves' band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I did not know.
He's got a band
Is it any
called
good?
Dog Star. I don't remember a single song by them. But
They're from like back in the day?
Yeah, they played around for a long time. It's kind of like how Johnny Depp messes around with being in a band.
Well, they're
And
not
it's
even
like,
in the system.
most people that go see the band are just going so they can go, whoa, that's
Look at
Johnny
you.
Depp right there. And in this case, it's Keanu Reeves right there. Okay, when we come back, we're going to get to you, your dispatches, plus a teacher in West Palm Beach arrested three times in 1 month. And for some reason, we haven't done too much about this. What's going on? What did this teacher get arrested for? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Real Radio Store is now open for business. Virtually. Find the official merchandise of your favorite radio station at realradio.fm/store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Tuesday's going great so far, and right now if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free, and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by coveringflorida.org. If you don't have access to health insurance through an employer, a navigator may be able to help you find affordable coverage through the federal marketplace. And the service is free. Visit online at coveringflorida.org.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
This time of year, big box tool stores start to sell a whole bunch of not tools, from dancing Santas to plastic trees. At Northern Tool and Equipment, we'd rather sell you a 4-horsepower chainsaw fitted with a full chisel chain to cut down your own tree. And we have wood chippers come January, because you know, mulch. We're cutting prices on your favorite brands this holiday season. Save on Milwaukee, Steel, and Lincoln Electric in-store or at northerntool.com.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop. Look, I can help you out a little bit here. If you want something special for someone special in your life, go see my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry. They've been saving me for years with incredible hand-designed jewelry for my wife, friends, and family, and they can do the same for you. First things first, they have the personal service you're looking for and a huge selection of fine jewelry, loose diamonds, designer names, necklaces, everything there. Something for every budget. The best quality for the lowest prices, plus fast free shipping as well. 1212 Lee Road right here in Orlando, or find them online at goldsmithjewelry.com. Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 'Tis the season. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and our friends and family will gather. And as we look around, I want you to know a few things. You know, heart disease is a #1 killer here in America, and this time of year, believe it or not, is one of the worst times of year. Christmas Day is the #1 day for cardiac arrest in America, and the day after is #2, and New Year's Day is #3. So here's what I'm saying. Make sure your heart's in good shape. Get that that free heart scan from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Just a few minimum requirements, but that is a $699 value. The information it gives you is unbelievable. You'll be able to build a really good long-term health care plan with your primary care doctor, and this is what they do all the time. And it could not be easier to book your appointment and find out where you are in your health right now. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. You make that appointment and make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Well, I'm selling my car, and I went to a place claiming they were auto buy. But thanks to the Terminator and auto buy, I received the max.
Visit WePayTheMax.com and schedule your appointment today. You'll be back.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Florida residents get it for only $16.50 till the end of November at Gatorland.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. This
By sending one, come out of the woods, please. We want to hear your voice. Go to thenewsjunkie.com or use the app to record yours right now.
I got a personal visit from Jack Bradshaw to correct me.
Nice
that
guy.
Hank Azaria did the voice of Apu and not Harry Shearer.
Oh, he's Simpsons guy, huh? Yeah, he knows this stuff. I know that you're right. There's like a handful of people who do so many voices on that show. And it's super impressive, actually, how different the Simpsons characters are that they can voice. And if they lose any one of them, it's going to be tough. But I say that knowing full well, Rick and Morty, remember the guy from Rick and Morty did some weird, creepy stuff? I forgot exactly what it was, but he did
Is he Rick
creepy.
or Morty?
I think it was Morty.
Who's the professor guy?
Rick.
Is that
I don't
Rick?
know,
Yeah.
man.
He's the professor guy. I don't watch a lot of this show, as you can tell me talking about it right now. But the Rick and Morty guy, they bounced him out. Justin Roiland, I think was his name.
Yes.
And then they just pop somebody else in. And if you're a super fan, you can tell the difference, but it's pretty damn close.
He was Rick.
And the same thing goes for Family Guy. They had changed Cleveland's voice as well because that was one guy who ended up being a black voice actor who's doing it now. But then you realize, like, Mila Kunis, I don't think is voicing Meg anymore. It's
she's not?
Seth MacFarlane's wife.
Really?
And I mean, maybe some like certain moments you can say that it sounds different, but for the most part, I mean, you can't tell.
You know what? I've always thought, and I don't know how people land on this one, but I've always thought that I don't like the celebrities doing the voiceover work. I think the world of voice acting is its own unique thing. And celebrities just kind of come in and use the weight of their names to gobble up all these jobs. And it used to be that they would release a movie, let's say it was like Little Mermaid or something, and all of the voice actors would get to show that they were the best of the best, and they would pick up the voices of these characters and sing the songs and do the characters and do all that. And now so many times, so many times it's not, who's the guy who did that voice? Do you know? I don't know who did it in the original. But now they release something and it's like a bunch of famous people. It's like Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. And
Chris Pratt is everything.
Yeah, all of these voices are taken by somebody who's a celebrity as opposed to somebody who's just actually good at doing unbelievable voices and characters. And I think that's kind of cool. Okay, let's go over to this story out of West Palm Beach, Florida. Yes, that's our friends in, I'm moving to it, West Palm Beach that I'm talking about. There we go. And they said a teacher was in court Monday after he was arrested in West Palm Beach for a third time this month. They said the 3 incidents he's charged with all occurred outside of school. The guy's name is Hawazin Gridley Wright, and he was arrested at first on November 19th when police say he interrupted a pro-Palestinian rally in downtown West Palm Beach while carrying a guitar and a concealed knife, which is a little strange.
Was it concealed within the guitar?
I don't know. It doesn't say any more about it, but it just says guitar and a concealed knife. Arresting documents list him as a teacher who lived in Palm Beach County. Since the rally, he was released from jail, but later was arrested 2 more times. Most recently, Wright was arrested Sunday after he's accused of making harassing phone calls and a written threat to kill or do bodily harm. This came after he repeatedly called and texted a woman he was dating who had cut off contact with him. The arrest report states that Wright contacted the victim via text message, telling her that she needs to be careful how she talks to them, that she's a dead woman walking, and that he wanted to punch a Jew in the face. My God. This guy should not be a teacher anymore. We should maybe not make him a teacher anymore.
Wait, was based on how she talks is if a Jew gets punched in the face by him, or those are just 2 separate things?
It just said she needs to be careful how she talks to him. She's a dead woman walking, and he wants to punch a Jew in the face.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that she's Jewish, but he might just be real crazy. Additionally, he said, if you continue to ignore my phone calls, you'll be dead by morning. And in court, he said he wanted to be clear the air about the allegations. This is from WPTV. I'm not sure when the alleged text messages occurred, but I never received any verbal directive from her to stop calling or texting her. I thought we were going to have dinner on Saturday, that she just called the police on me. Just 2 days prior to that arrest, he was arrested in downtown West Palm Beach on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of ecstasy. This guy's a teacher. He's a teacher. Hey, can we fire him, please? You know, I'm not one for the whole campaign where we go after people with tar and feather and, pitchforks and torches. But if we have a teacher who's getting busted with ecstasy, who's got a knife, who got charged with aggravated assault, who's threatening to punch his Jew girlfriend in the face so he could punch a Jew, and on and on and on and on, all the things that this guy has done, I think maybe he shouldn't be a teacher anymore.
Right. But then one teacher has an OnlyFans account so she can afford to live and gets fired immediately.
Yeah, that's happened multiple times. They said they've requested at WPTV more from the school district about his possible employment status. If they haven't bounced this guy, which they very well may have, then they absolutely should. Teachers should be able to do many, many things, and I even think OnlyFans is fine. Maybe you think I'm a little bit of a libertine on that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think people go a little bit too far with how much they judge teachers, but when you start threatening people, when you're showing a huge propensity for violence, and when you're threatening to kill other people, that's when I think we can just go ahead and close the book on you being a teacher anymore. His days are probably numbered there. Let's check in with a couple of people here. Don't forget, we have at the top of the hour, we're going to be checking in with one of these people who is a contestant on the Squid Game Challenge series that's just out now on Netflix. Did you watch all 4 of the episodes that are out, Sabrina?
No, I still have 2 more to go.
Oh, the last one is very, very good. The ending of the last one, I'm not going to give anything away, obviously.
Please don't.
But there's a cliffhanger there. Whew. I also have to catch up on the final episode of The Golden Bachelor because...
that's the final episode will be this week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was last night.
No,
I saw somebody had posted it was last night. It's not?
Thursday.
Okay, that's coming up later this week. We'll see what old Kermit the Frog Gary ends up with if he picks the goblin.
You're the one.
He might pick the goblin
I know he
lady.
cries a lot. Jesus.
He could pick the other lady. And I wonder what he's factoring in. Do you think that he's factoring in that one of the people he's got this far into the Golden Bachelor, one of the women has been divorced multiple times? You think that is something that he factors in? I would factor it in if somebody previously went through multiple divorces. I think you have to, at the very least. It doesn't mean
it's like reading reviews on Amazon. You know,
hang on. What were you saying, Sabrina?
What about breakups though, or just divorce?
No, I'm talking about if somebody has. I'll try to say this as strategically as I can, so it gets the point across that I'm trying to get across. If somebody has a string of divorces in their history, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's a fault from that person, but it could be indicative that that person might have some issues in longer term relationships. So I think it would be fair to at least consider that. The other woman, though, the little goblin lady, I think he might connect with her more.
Little goblin lady.
You going to tell me that lady doesn't look like a little goblin?
I agree.
She looks like a little goblin.
I was going to say she had a meh face, but goblin seems a little meaner than...
very long arms.
I think that I hope I'm not getting this wrong. You guys might know more. Isn't she the one who her husband also died? So that's I don't think people understand that. That's a super tight bond that two people can share.
Yeah, it was her because she was like, I do talk to him. And then Gary was like, I talked to my dead wife too.
Yeah, I've seen that on these shows a lot where somebody goes, my significant other died when I was with them. And somebody else says, yep, I've been through the same experience. And people bond very quickly over that, it seems. Okay, we want to hear your voice, and here we go. Here's Insecure Walrus. He's talking about the great Dolly Parton. Here he is.
Pretty good while ago, 12, 13 years, I did a press conference at the Grand Ole Opry House with Dolly Parton, the mayor of Nashville at the time, whose name was Carl Dean, same as her husband's, the governor of Tennessee, big CEO of a hotel corporation here in town. And, I had everybody mic'd up before it started, and I started listening to their microphones to make sure everything worked and sounded good. And I hear on the governor's mic, knock, knock, knock on the door, and I hear him say, "Are you decent?" And I hear Dolly say, "No, but that's never stopped anybody before. Come on in."
Oh, God.
And it was just cute. It was just a magical little Dolly moment.
That could have gone lots of different ways for you. You follow what he's saying? They had the microphones still on, and he's tapping into them as they're backstage.
Man, if that was your moment to hear Dolly Parton say something, because she's a pretty wholesome woman.
Yeah.
For that,
very likable.
Yeah. If she had said something nasty, no, my teas are out, or something, you'd be like, whoa, wait a second.
Who do you think would be on the list of people when they say a bad word, like when they say a curse word, it has the most impact? You're like, oh my God. If Mr. Rogers, if you had a clip of him saying MFer, I think it would be or
the Pope.
The Pope. If the Pope came out at a press conference, the Pope has said weird things. We of course know that the Pope likes to hear people sing, and he wants to hear that, and he's got a creepy voice.
I would like
to hear you sing.
To hear you singing.
He is creepy, but to hear him say a curse word would be awesome. Dolly Parton, just a string of bad words. I would love that.
I could think of somebody, I'm not going to say it on the air, but I could think of somebody that we've experienced and we've been like, oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Somebody we know, or somebody who's like a celebrity, or
someone that we work for.
Hang on.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna do the thing.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh, I've heard that person curse before, and it's a treat.
Oh, have you?
Oh,
yeah, we all have.
We've exchanged curse word text messages.
Yeah. Okay. I do put that person in the same category where when they do,
it's like the
Woo!
Casey Kasem tape. You were like a wholesome old American Top 40 host. All of a sudden, just going ape-s on his producer because of the GD up-tempo number.
Or the Alf one, the Alf outtakes, which we found out that the guy who does the voice of Alf is super racist. And just with all the comfortability in the world, tossed out the N-word multiple times. And that somehow leaked out onto YouTube at one point. And when you hear this like cutesy little character starting to say terrible things, it gets a reaction out of you. Let's go over to those dispatches. Back to them. Here's Sense Solution talking about celebrity voices.
Hey, junkies, happy Tuesday.
Hey.
Sean, I'm going to shoot your celebrity shouldn't be doing voice acting argument right out the window with two simple names, Robin Williams and Mark Hamill.
My take is not that celebrities should not get any voice roles. Voice acting roles shouldn't be given to celebrities ever. I'm saying if you have a movie and it's just all celebrities, you're
seeing that more in the last, more modern years than we have in the past.
Yeah, and I think it works out this whole industry of people who are not famous but happen to be very good at voice acting. I think that's a cool craft for people to hone in on. And when they do that, you're going to get beat out every time by the big name person. So while I agree there's not much better than Robin Williams as the genie, and sometimes the celebrity voices really make it. Like, for instance, in Shrek, we could have had a Chris Farley Shrek. We were real close to having a Chris Farley Shrek.
That'll do, donkey.
He recorded like the whole movie, and then they ended up changing it out and switching it over. But I think there should be room for the celebrity voices, but not every single role should be done by them. Get some voice actors in there. Let them do their thing. Let's go.
Wasn't there some leaked audio of the Chris Farley tapes of him doing a couple of the scenes in Shrek?
I don't know that I've ever heard that, if there is.
Yeah, I think they had him matched up to some storyboards. I'll have to find that. It was a little eerie because it was right before he died, I think.
Yeah, was that one of the reasons why they switched over, because he had died, or was it some other reason that they ended up changing up the star?
I would have to look into it. Let me see.
Because it went over to Mike Myers after that. Here's Muff Mouth talking to us.
What's going down, junkies?
Hey.
So in my mind, the scenario plays out like this. This guy comes up to you and is like, give me the dog. And you're sitting there holding a lady's leash. And you say, I don't believe you're going to shoot me. And the guy moves the gun to Muffin Lady and kills her. And you just hand him the leash right away.
What?
Sorry, Muffin Lady.
What are you doing, man? First of all, her name is Courtney, number one. And number two, if that was something that happened, I would have to consider all the things around me. I would have to consider that if I make a scene here with somebody trying to steal my dog at gunpoint, I'm putting somebody else's life at risk. So Courtney being there would change things a little bit. I can't honestly tell you, because I've tried to firmly say what I believe on things, but I can't honestly tell you how I would react in that moment. Is it obvious that this is a real gun? There's so many different things that come up. And if I really believed it was a gun, it would probably be a very difficult last minute decision to make. But just the idea that it would be is something. Let's go over to John the Exterminator, who says, take a seat, Sean.
Man, Sean, you talking about that you all need to get a teenager had me thinking that the special guest was going to be Chris Hansen.
You're the weirdo, man. You're the one making it weird. I'm just trying to figure out what they're saying in school. And I know USA Today doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Speaking of Chris Hansen, he's been making a lot of news because of that Canadian fashion designer.
I didn't see this.
The Canadian fashion designer that just got essentially Weinstein. He's the Weinstein of Canada.
Uh-huh.
We talked about him before Thanksgiving. But I guess Chris Hansen had either an interview with him or something set up for his show of To Catch a Predator. But then they got all this footage of past interviews of him talking about how he wanted to impregnate women, have them have abortions, so that he could take those dead stuff and use it to make him look younger. And that was a very short. You didn't hear any of this? I guess our algorithms are not the same.
Is this like an adrenochrome thing?
Yeah, but it was way beyond that too, where this guy in particular, this fashion icon out of Canada, I forget his name, but we talked about him getting arrested, and it was like all the stuff that he did that was so effed up is all surfacing now.
Because Sean, you and I kept trying to guess like Tommy Hilfiger, and I think we're going through all the mall stores trying to guess these names of these fashion moguls.
Yeah, not my area of expertise by any stretch of the imagination.
I have the audio.
Peter Nygaard.
Yes. Okay, I recognize the name for sure. People are under the impression that you could just take stuff like that, like say you got like the fetus extras, and you go to some doctor and you go, I would like to use this to make me look younger. Or is this a DIY thing? You just kind of put it on like a face mask?
He tried to DIY it himself, and then he was like, but I think I can make an empire of this.
My God. What'd you find, C-Line?
I have that audio of Chris Farley as Shrek. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
This is when they're, I think, having a campfire or something. They're getting ready to go on the big adventure.
Okay.
Nothing like a fire and a noble romantic mission to warm the cockles of your heart.
Yeah. I like my cockles room temperature, thank you very much.
He wasn't even...
Hey, if you're not doing this for cockle warming, why are you doing it?
Yeah. Simple. Fartwad gets his princess, I get what I want.
I got to tell you, it's not as good.
No.
It's just not as good. I think Mike Myers stepped it up.
Imagine you grew up with Chris Farley as Shrek and you heard like Mike Myers audition. They're like, they're making him Scottish. Shrek's not Scottish.
Did Mike Myers make that decision himself then?
Who cares? I mean, who knows?
Did you say who cares?
I almost said cares. Who knows?
Jesus, C-Line.
Little dismissive, man.
No, I care. I just don't know.
I was banned for a joke says, this is what happens when Wasson encourages people to dispatch who rarely dispatch to begin with, just cringy dispatches. Folks, step it up. I mean, I recognize some of these names today. I want to see some brand new ones, and I have faith in the folks who are out there. I have faith in you listening to this show right now. I think you could do it, and I want to hear you try. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, we got jury duty on the way. We got the interview with the Squid Game contestant to talk about how that experience was like from the inside. McDonald's is launching a brand new restaurant, and Sports Illustrated is in a whole world of trouble. All of that coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Tuesday's going great so far, and right now if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free, and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 5-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
Huge end-of-the-year savings going on now through the end of the month down at Nations Trucks. No payments for 3 months and financing available for up to 96 months with approved credit on every truck in stock. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, 4x4s. They're going to find you what you're looking for. You're going to save some money with their end-of-the-year savings. You can visit nationstrucks.com today and check out their amazing inventory, or just head down, see them in person. They're great guys. Go check them out in Sanford, 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard. Let them know C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Sherry. My husband started taking Andro 400 a few months ago, and wow, has he ever changed. He's no longer a couch potato, and he actually likes to go out and do things again. Best of all, he lost his gut, and is he looking good. All I have to say about that is...
Andro 400, the natural way to increase your testosterone. Guys, if you'd like to lose your belly fat, gain energy and muscle, and feel like you did years ago, try Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Andro400.com.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Rebath. You know, any company that has great products and great services does not need high-pressure sales pitches, and Rebath does that. No high-pressure sales tactics. You will never be in a must-buy-right-now situation with Rebath. And there's no pricing games either, like other companies that start super high, then drop the price in half immediately if you buy today. It doesn't work like that with Rebath of Orlando. Still the only company that does full, complete bathroom remodeling, top to bottom, and they do it right the first time. Always stay in tune with their website for brand new designs. That's RebathMidFLA.com. In all my years of endorsing this company, I've never had a complaint. And there's a reason the big box stores choose Rebath for their bathroom remodeling business. This is a national brand that stands behind what they say and what they do. Rebath of Mid-Florida's reputation is so good, there are companies mimicking what they do and claiming to be with them. That's not true. Do your research and ask questions. Don't be fooled by imposters. Get with Rebath of Mid-Florida. Showroom 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Hop online and check out the before and afters at RebathMidFLA.com.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio. This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
Get some of your dispatches in, but there's a showdown underway in South Korea. And as many of you know, South Korea is one of the few countries on planet Earth where you can actually eat dog. You can go to marketplaces and get dog meat. And they raise dogs
South
on...
Korea?
Yeah, in South Korea. They raise dogs on farms. And they raise them specifically for the meat. And I don't think it's a very common thing, but it's something that's available in South Korea. They're kind of just based on this, where they say, Here's what we think. We South Koreans think humans are better than animals, and being above animals in the food chain, we can eat anything below us. You weirdo Westerners are out there going, well, I'll eat this animal, but I won't eat this animal, which is totally true. And we'll come up with things like, we don't eat dogs because they're domesticated, but cattle is kind of domesticated in the same way. Whatever. We make really weird arguments as to what animals we eat and don't eat. They say we are eating everything. We're going for it. And if we were more like South Korea, I might be able to get a bite of panda one day. But for now, I languish without my panda. And here's the showdown that we got on our hands. There's a move underway in South Korea to ban eating dog meat. And this is a centuries-old controversial practice. They're fighting to keep this legal. The farmers who breed the dogs and the owners of the eateries that serve the meat have held protests in front of Parliament to demand the government and ruling People Power Party scrap plans to pass a bill this year to enforce a ban on this. So they want to ban this outright, and these people are saying you will kill our livelihoods if you do this. This is our job. This is what we do. So the dog farmers, can't believe that's a thing, the dog farmers have made a threat to the government. Altogether, they have more than 1 million dogs.
Oh, that's so sad, man.
On these farms. And they said, if you make this dog farming illegal, we're going to release every single one of these dogs just out into
Interesting.
The wild in South Korea. And they're like, what will happen after that? We don't know necessarily. But either you let us keep doing this or we're going to unleash 1 million dogs into South Korea. And I don't know what the consequences of that would even be.
How are they approaching it? Are they making the dog farming illegal? Dog eating in general? Like
this specifically says from Reuters as South Korea moves to ban eating dog meat. So that seems to be on that side. They said 2/3 of respondents in South Africa opposed eating dog meat. Only 8% said they had eaten dog within the past year. That's down from 27% in 2015. And they still have not shut this down. There's 3,500 farms with 1.5 million total dogs and 3,000 restaurants that would shut down. 1.5 million dogs would be released if this threat goes through. And they would probably go after the wildlife. They'd probably end up swarming some of the cities, I would guess. I don't honestly know what would happen if they did this. I don't think anything like that's ever been done before, where somebody just releases that many.
You ever drive by a bank and like nobody really goes to that bank? It might not even be open anymore, but the parking lot's littered with cats.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but dogs.
Just everywhere in your city.
Yeah.
1.5 million dogs is a lot of dogs. That's what they're planning on doing.
There's other rescue groups that would come and try to figure that out before, instead of making it a threat. I mean, I see it all the time of people going to South Korea thinking, like, even convincing people that are selling it for meat, and it's like, I'll double that pay if you let me just take them.
Yep.
And they bring them back to the States and give them a good home.
I've definitely heard of that happening, but it's just about the volume of dogs. To home 1.5 million dogs, how many people are in South Korea? 30 million is a guess I'll throw out there. So it might be low on that. I'm not sure. South Korea population. 51 million people in South Korea. That means a big percentage of them, 1 out of every 50 or so, would have to take a dog to home all these animals. And I don't know how their culture actually is with dogs in the home or pets inside the house in South Korea. If you're more familiar.
Like off the plate?
Yes, I mean more traditionally speaking from an American Western view. Like Americans in particular love house pets. We love to have animals, cats, dogs, and we like to, go treat them well by bringing them to the store and getting them the latest snacks and stuff and putting them in little costumes. We do that, but I don't know if that's South Korean. I don't know if they would do the same kind of thing.
I didn't think that the eating of dogs was big enough that they had 1 million ready to go. I didn't know that. I always thought that was such like a tired trope.
Yeah, I guess it is. Well, at least the farmers are saying that this is the case. There is one thing that I could compare this to, and this happened years ago. I don't know. Maybe you could find this, C-Lane. There were these animal rights activists, I may have mentioned this on the show before, who went to a mink farm, and they cut loose all
I
the
remember
mink.
us talking about this.
Yeah. They cut all the fences and they freed all the mink at this farm. A mink looks a little bit like a ferret. Looks a little bit like a ferret does. And what happened was the mink flooded into the forest nearby. I think it was in California, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. And all of the mink were just slaughtered. Some of them were trying to walk across the roads and we got hit by cars. It was just a bloodbath of these animals.
There's a lot of mink death on this show. What didn't they have to get rid of a bunch of them that got COVID?
Yeah,
so it was
they
like
did.
a whole
They
big ass
did.
farm of mink, and like they got a mink COVID outbreak.
Yeah,
and I guess you can't
Does that
have.
mean the fur has COVID too?
Maybe.
Remember all that fear mongering there was around animals and COVID? And for a while,
the tiger has COVID.
There was people saying that you shouldn't take your dog outside for a walk because your dog could be exposed to COVID.
Mind you, though, there is, they have not linked it to COVID-19, but a mystery respiratory illness going on with dogs right now.
Yes, there is.
And now people should not be taking their dogs out and amongst other people.
Yeah, I don't know if they've gone to the level of saying that. I think there probably some vets have said that because there are dogs getting pretty sick from this. And it's still, I've read all the articles I could on this to try to keep up with it for the show.
I have to take my dog for an annual this weekend, and I don't want to take it around a bunch of sick-ass RSV dogs.
I'm going to say something else, but remember, I'm not always perfectly right on all these things, especially pandemic-related. At the very beginning of the pandemic, I was like, we've heard so many times that this thing is just going to spread around the globe. What are the chances that it happens with this? And then here we go. But the numbers on this for these dogs, it's not even in every state, and the number of dogs that have been affected by this seems to be quite low at this moment. But it would be scary if that happened. That would be not great if we saw that. So we'll see what happens with the South Korean dogs. Maybe they have a free future where it could be this adorable movie-like thing where all the dogs just take into the cities and they're free now. Or maybe it could be a catastrophe. We're not sure just yet. Also, McDonald's is launching a secret new restaurant. They are very hush-hush on this. And it's called Cosmix, as in COSMC''S. And it's like related to a character, like this really random, obscure McDonald Land character from the 1980s. Nobody's saying what they're going to have for food. I know that one of the places... There's a guy who chronicles everything happening in the fast food world, and he said that there was 4 drive-thrus on the location that's under construction right now. So obviously this would be heavily focused on drive-thru related stuff. And here's what it looks like if you're watching on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. This is actually one of the locations that they've already built, and it's
Make
got
it bigger.
That's an article. So if I click it, it's just going to open an article. I can get one. Hang on. Let me see here. I'll open this up for you. But Cosmix is the name of the place. They're finishing out at least this one location.
What is it supposed to be? Just like AI McDonald's?
It kind of looks like that, if I'm honest. It looks like somebody said, imagine McDonald's has another restaurant, but they're different than the brand. And is focused off of this or that. The Snackalator on Twitch is one of the places that has video of this and is chronicling this going up. Here it is. They're just doing the sign on the outside, Cosmix. You can only see 2 of the 4 drive-thrus in this one. And I'll toss this up on See It Now, but it's still a huge secret in the McDonald's world. Who knows what they're going to launch here. When we return, jury duty. We'll also get into that Sports Illustrated story I teased. Plus, Alex Jones lands up in jury duty. What's going on there? Is there a deal on the horizon? Can he pay off that deal? All that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Dancing naked around your kitchen is a lot better with your best friends.
Seriously.
I mean...
Why would you encourage that?
Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is 3-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Sean Payton and the Broncos have won 5 straight, now right smack in the playoff picture. Russ is close to looking like the old Russ. When you're great like Payton, the ripple effect stands out. The Chargers and the Saints both lost at sea. L.A. should have hired him. You seen the Jets offense with Nat Hackett? Denver had to bottom out to get things turned around. That happens. But Sean Payton has done just that. They're on their way. I'm Colin Cowherd.
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Well, this may be the day where you finally have to turn on the heat in your house. That's how chilly it is in Central Florida right now. Will be for the next couple of days. And if you want to stay warm inside this time, now I'm over to saying stay warm, you got to make sure your AC is working right. And that heater can really be a sticky sore spot for you. So have somebody from Mills Air come out, do the preventative maintenance this week. They'll check out your AC and make sure it's ready for the winter months so that you can stay nice and comfortable inside. And this is the time of year where it's a really good idea to get somebody to inspect your air conditioner. At Mills Air, they can work on any kind of AC. It doesn't matter what brand it is. They are, though, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. And that means they can get you access that other people might not be able to get you to huge rebates. Like, how's this sound? $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. A brand new Carrier unit that could be way more environmentally friendly and more efficient, which saves you, that's even more important, on your power bill. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we want to share special thank you messages this Veterans Day. And who better to hear them from than your friends and family?
Happy Veterans Day to my husband, Timothy Golden. We are so proud of you.
I'd like to shout out Brendan Barrett, who served as an infantryman in the U.S. Army.
Sending a happy Veterans Day shout out to my amazing husband, Shane Dixon.
And from all of us here, happy Veterans Day. Use hashtag Gratitude Mission to thank a veteran and honor their service. Your service inspires ours. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly. Sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. The holidays are here. Thanksgiving and Christmas are among us, and don't you want to be around for as many of those as you can possibly be around for? Of course you do, and that's why Life Imaging FLA is so important. You know, with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, you can really find out what's happening in your body and head off those diseases at the pass. That's right. Get that scan, take it to your primary care doctor, and then build that long-term health care plan that you've been waiting to build. And remember, these are some pretty treacherous times of year for cardiac death. Believe it or not, Christmas Day is the #1 day, and the day after is #2. New Year's Day, that's #3. You get the idea. Make sure you have the information to take care of those issues in your body now. And with Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, just a few minimum requirements, by the way. It is a $699 value. You can know. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Can you trust the government to protect you? We have political chaos, high inflation, global wars, no border protection, and our leadership telling you about pronouns and electric cars. It's time to take a hard look at protecting yourself and your family. It's time to call Oxford Gold Group. Whether you want to diversify against inflation or have gold on hand, you need to visit jessekellygold.com. Protect yourself with a visit to jessekellygold.com. That's jessekellygold.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Check out our new threads at Real Radio 1041 on Threads. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
Now.
And then after that, we've got an interview with one of the contestants from the controversial Squid Games reality show, or Squid Game, I should say. So easy to say Squid Games because they play multiple games, but the damn show is called Squid Game. So we'll talk to somebody about what it was like behind the scenes.
That's actually the first test in the show is if you say games, you're like out of here. They shoot you, your squib goes off, dead.
The first game that he was involved in must have been so intense since it's not you and 10 people or 20 people or 100 people. It's you and 456 people, which I don't know if you know this, but is a lot of people. There's very many human beings that are all running together and competing for a massive prize. And the idea that all these folks were able to get out there and pull this off and have that adventure together is pretty cool. So lots of questions for him, and that'll be coming up in just a moment. First, though, Sports Illustrated is taking a lot of heat today. And what you're looking at, friends, is a glimpse into the future. Right now, these companies are getting scared, and they'll hide when they get caught doing this. But in the future, they're not going to care at all. And they're going to fire as many humans as they can. Because a writer over at Futurism found out that Sports Illustrated was publishing AI-generated articles, and they had like fake authors that they created. So let's say the article was like, the Dolphins are off to an amazing start in their NFL season, and it says it's by David Smith. And you see this whole article in front of you, and if you click David Smith, it goes to his profile. You see a photograph of David Smith. David Smith is a sports writer who'd been working in the, that kind of thing. All of it was fake. The writers were fake. The names were fake. The photos were fake. All the background was fake. All the stories they wrote, all generated by AI. And
that's insane to me. I mean, so ethics out the window?
I guess so. Yeah.
Just need the web hits?
Yeah, it says Futurism found the associated author headshots for sale on an AI-generated image website. And someone involved in the creation of the content told the outlet there were a lot of similar fake writers. Rachel Fink, a spokesperson for the Arena Group, which publishes Sports Illustrated.
Or is she?
Disputed the suggestion that the stories are AI-generated.
Why would you buy a headshot from an AI website and not just have an AI make you a brand new headshot?
Right, so there's no other copy of it out there.
Yeah.
Drew Ortiz grew up in a farmhouse, according to his biography. His face was also up for sale on the AI headshot website. And they said once they were made aware of this, they did not comment immediately, but they did start disappearing those fake writer profiles and getting rid of these as fast as they could.
Drew likes to say that he grew up in the wild, which is partially true. He grew up in a farmhouse surrounded by woods, fields, and a creek.
It's all fake.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that crazy? It's all fake. They said, this is what we could do for freezies. So why would we hire actual human beings to do this work?
Anymore.
I talked to a high school kid during the break. Freezies is kind of a big deal right now. Yeah. Freezies and Mucho Loco is making a comeback.
Is there anything... Did I talk over that, C-Line?
No, leave it alone.
Is there anything with, like, it's not advertising, but there has to be something that gets a flag on the field. Like,
what do you
false advertising. As far as, like, this person's completely made up. Yeah, and you're going to this as a source, not necessarily for... I mean, it's considered news, nothing breaking.
So, I mean, I would have to look at it from the point of view of those websites that just make nothing but fake articles. Mm-hmm. And then, like, with The Onion, everybody knows The Onion is as a satire.
Yes.
But there are other articles that they just want, there are other websites that want to fool you because they want the clicks, but all their stuff is fake too. But they have like a little, like in the About Us section, in the tiniest like 3-point font, it's like this website is for entertainment purposes only. So
yeah, and they fool people all day long.
And that's how they cover their ass. But is it illegal for Sports Illustrated to say,
no,
here, this is written by Drew Ortiz, and Drew Ortiz is not a real person?
No shot, it's illegal. Is it ethically wrong? Yes. Is it morally wrong? Yes. Is it stupid? Definitely. Because why did you have to create fake writers? Just post the story on the website with no byline, and nobody will know. Put at the bottom, this is automatically generated report from whatever, from Sports Illustrated. Nobody would notice or care. But they wanted to go further. They wanted to sell you on the idea of this being from a real person, which is why I think they crossed the bounds into being ethically wrong and morally wrong in doing this.
They're trying to deny it, and it really, I mean, based on the screenshot of Sports Illustrated reviews on Futurism that has Drew Ortiz and his bio.
Mm-hmm.
And
we know he's totally fake, right? We know he's not a real person.
Pretty sure. Although there are probably some Drew Ortiz, waking up today with some scratches.
Hey, what the heck, man?
What's going on here? But somebody from the Arena Group, a spokesperson, provided the following statement that blamed a contractor. It says, today an article was published alleging that Sports Illustrated published AI-generated articles. According to our initial investigation, this is not accurate. The articles were product reviews and were licensed content from an external third-party company, Advon Commerce.
So why were you using fake author pages, fake people, and fake profile photos and biographies?
Yeah.
If you're doing that, but you're saying, no, this is real, it's not AI-generated content, you were trying to pass it off as if it was staff writers for Sports Illustrated.
And I love the idea of these like giant corporations thinking that everyone's still so stupid.
Yeah,
you got called out. So maybe hire someone else to double check all the work of the robots.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do this.
It said that Advon has writers that use a pen or pseudonym in certain articles to protect author privacy, actions we don't condone. And we're removing the content while our initial investigation continues and have since ended the partnership.
Man, this is a weird reaction from them, actually. Why not just take it and say, look, this is something we're going to integrate into the site. We need to do this for financial reasons or whatever. Being cagey about it, I think it actually makes it more weird and bad. Let's get into things here. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, slip and fall at work, whatever it is that got you injured, when it's time to go after the insurance companies, use the guy that you can trust. And this is somebody who's going to listen to your story. He's going to be absolutely always prepared, and he's going to represent you in a way that you'll be happy. And so many people have been happy with going over to the DeWitt Law Firm after listening to the show. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Sandy Hook families. You remember they won this judgment against Alex Jones for $1.5 billion.
That they'll never get.
Yeah. Is he still off the air, though? Remember he, all of a sudden, but he went live with it. With 3 different cameras saying that he was walking off.
He's pretty hard to follow. He's pops up in my Twitter feed from time to time, and I go, oh, all right, here he goes. He's up to something else. But I don't listen to his show or anything. I'm guessing he's still going, but they're saying they're willing to settle this $1.5 billion legal debt for $85 million over the next 10 years from Alex Jones. That would be $8.5 million a year, quite obviously with the math. I wonder if he could do that. They said $8.5 million a year for 10 years, plus 50% of any income over $9 million per year.
I mean, he's going to have to use some of the money he has left to hire a team that's going to turn around and keep all the audience that was there listening to him say that it was all fake.
Yeah.
Those were the people that were paying the money. So now he has to go back on that. Can't mention it again, but still have to pay these parents.
You can't get blood out of a rock. I don't know if he's making enough to pay $8.5 million a year for 10 years. That's a lot of money, a lot of buckets and emergency survival kits you got to sell. I don't know if he's making that much. Okay, when we come back,
especially when Amazon just has them for $26 now, it's really going to cut into his profits.
I don't have powder in there.
That does make a difference. Okay, when we come back, we don't want to be too late for our guest. We have somebody who's going to be joining us who is in the new Squid Game reality show. What was it like to be on it? What was it like to participate in these challenges? We're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Rolling Stones are coming to Orlando in June.
Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. Goldsmithjewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Tuesday's going great so far, and right now if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free, and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 five-star reviews and an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
My name's John Clay Wolf. I'm the CEO of GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, and I love to buy cars. We just buy them all. Been doing it for 30 years. Look at the reviews online for Give Me the VIN. You'll be shocked how much our customers love us. This holiday season, we'd love to do business with you at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer, where we love to buy cars.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
When seasonal allergies and
clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently, there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
You can join us on the show at any time with the Dispatch. Go over to the website, learn more about everything, even learn about the uncensored secret shows. That is at thenewsjunkie.com. Visit over there and also subscribe to the podcast while you're at the website. All right, we were talking about this show, Squid Game, The Challenge, and how insane it is and how big of a production this was. And there was over 400 people who got to be on this show.
I really did not realize how many people were on it until they did that first number scroll.
Yeah, it's such a big production, and it's insane. And one of the people who was on Squid Game, The Challenge, is joining us now. And I want to get your name right. Is it Roger Van Sluis? Am I saying that right?
You got it. That's it.
There we go. Okay, Roger, tell me about this experience, because this must have been absolutely insane. When did you first hear about the Squid Game reality show, The Challenge thing existing, and then how did you end up getting cast on the show?
Yeah, it was over a year ago. It was about this time last year, and something just hit my inbox saying that they were going to make a reality show, and I applied and didn't hear anything for months. So they shot in January in London. So that's when we all got approved. I think there were 90,000 applications, give or take, and they nailed it. They narrowed it down to about 400 of us.
What'd you have to do for an application? Was it like a video kind of thing, or?
Yeah, exactly. I gave a 45-second video. I only spent about 5 minutes on it, did 3 takes, and they enjoyed it enough that I went through the casting process, which was about 8 to 10 rounds of interviews over Zoom like this.
Wow. And what are they asking you? Do you know about the series Squid Game? What kind of questions are they asking you?
Yeah, anything like that. Like, are you able to leave your work? Are you able to be off site for a while? What do you know about the show? A common theme is, what would you do with the money? So that was all those and more they kept asking.
So you get the call, I imagine, at some point, and they go, "It's on. You're going to be on Squid Game, The Challenge. Let's do this."
They fly you out, I imagine, or did you have to take care of all of that?
So they flew us out. Yeah. So I went to LAX. I'm Southern California based. And you just see people that you can tell are going to be on the show.
Oh, really?
So I saw
So you saw other people at the airport who you were like, we're going to be battling each other for this $4.56 million right here.
Yes. It's and they tell you, do not talk to anybody. So you cannot talk to anybody, your friends, your family, people on a plane. They really want you to keep it quiet until the show came out.
So was it near London? Where was this at that they were filming this? Because it must have been a huge place considering the size and scope of these Squid Games game sets.
Yeah, they take away all your cellular devices, all your watches, anything to help you know where and when you're out. But they load 400 people onto these buses, and they took us out to like an airport hangar to compete in red light, green light, and subsequent games as well.
Have you seen some of the reaction from people on TikTok who have been following the show saying like, Sean and I were very fascinated by the amount of microphones everybody must have had and how to wield that all together. And there was like TikTokers saying like half of them were fake. Some people had trips home booked before they were really out of the show. Do you have a reaction to any of those claims?
100% true. You know, I had a dummy mic. So I was like, what? And my friend had a real mic. And then I think logistically, if you're booking 460 people, it's easier to adjust the flight that's currently booked than to book a new one. So they probably gave everyone a return flight immediately. And those that made it in further rounds, they adjusted. But there has been an outcry on social media, definitely.
Interesting. So they told you flat out, like, this is a dummy microphone. This is just a prop right here.
No, they didn't tell you. They put it on you. So you think it's a microphone. And then you start, you're sitting there for hours and hours with dry run, line up. Each contestant goes to a booth. So 1 through 50, 50 through 100, 150 to 200, 200 to 250. Everybody goes to their respective tents. And that's there where you sit and wait to be called out.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. And then they get you all geared up, right? They had to give you the outfit with the numbers and all that stuff. What number did you end up with?
I was player 329.
329. You get that. You put it on. And did they also put the squib thing on you, with the thing that made it look like you were getting shot?
Definitely. The blood pack goes on, and it's a mix of excitement, fear, and the culmination of everything just happening at once. But yes, you got the mic, you got the blood pack, and your uniform on.
From what I heard as well with these, a little bit of outcry on social media was that, especially during red light, green light, how freezing cold it was. Now, when you're looking at it on TV, it looked like just like a soundstage, but clearly it was outside, or did... Or are they insinuating that perhaps like they just made it as cold inside of this soundstage?
It was in like an airport hangar. So it's kind of picture something with no heater, no nothing, huge ceilings, just massive. And it was freezing. Like I thought it was like 38 to 40. Somebody competed for 9 hours. They said when they finished, it was 24 degrees. I don't know if that's true. And you're wearing, all they give you is a tracksuit with some, this thin tracksuit with some like thermal, some long johns.
Yeah.
And they give you 2 of those. So you're supposed to wear 2 long johns in your tracksuit. And they give you hand warmers and foot warmers. It had to be tough to manage 460 people. But the outcry has been huge on TikTok.
Well,
and other there.
Do you agree with that? Do you side with that? The people who are saying they didn't treat us right, they didn't go far enough to make sure that we were safe on the set of Squid Games, the challenge, or do you think that they're exaggerating?
I think that of 90,000 people, you narrow it to about 450. Most reality shows have about 20 people. So a lot of us were given a great opportunity. The reason why it probably was in Europe and not in the U.S., because we have labor laws, we have meal breaks, we have medicine. All that stuff probably isn't here in the U.S. like it is here. And in London, it's not. So that's probably one of the reasons why it was shot out there. To answer your question, I think there's a tiny bit of sour grapes on the contestants.
Well, what about when they put this squib on you? And part of the thing that I saw was for a red light, green light, or anything else, when you lose, you get shot, and it makes it look like you got shot. Did they tell you, like, pretend like you're dying? Did they teach you how to, like, kind of fake die before you went out there?
100%. They said, act like, they said, fall down and die, basically. You know, so
can't say that
real quick. Yeah,
just like you can't say it on Squid Game, you can't say it here. They didn't want you to. They didn't want you to curse. They didn't want you to say like the S word. They wanted to make sure everything was done the right way. So there was probably a lot of education going on as to get the whole scene perfect.
Yeah, it took, like I said, about 9 hours, and you're not moving the whole time. So that one girl that was in a squat position, she probably was there for over 30 minutes. So between the as soon as the game started, it was live. You were not able, you'd move 10 feet, wait, 15 feet, wait, and you would just have to freeze.
So let's take it to that. Let's get to red light, green light. You're out there. You're on the grounds. You're going to get into the Squid Games action, and it starts. Do you have a strategy going? Did you think about this ahead of time? Or did you like watch the show and go, here's how I can prepare for this?
I definitely did, and boy, did that strategy backfire. Rather than be one of the lead ones out front, I hung towards the back. I thought that would be great. I thought the acoustics, you could hear perfectly. But as the game went on, hours and hours and hours, people on the outskirts were near the wall, so they almost leaned onto it as like a rest. So it's
see the way that they put it on the show, though, it's like they made it what could be maybe a 5-10 minute segment. But you're saying that when they had it at red light, people were in still position for many minutes at a time?
Oh, yes. At least 10 to 30 minutes each time. And nobody had passed the finish line after about 4.5, 5 hours. One guy, that guy that made it first, he was the first one to make it through. So imagine a game of freeze tag that goes on that long, more or less.
Oh, man. We're talking to Roger Van Sluis, who is on the show Squid Game, The Challenge. There's a bunch of controversy around this. I think it's been fantastic to watch so far. So, needless to say, if your strategy didn't pay off, you didn't make it to the other side of that line, huh?
I did not. There's a whole hashtag that said, I didn't move. And, I never saw the video of me moving, but after 4.5 hours, they said I did. So, boom, the pack exploded, and so did my dreams.
Oh, just like that.
What was it with 400 plus contestants? Did it make it harder to pick yourself out on the TV show when you went back to watch it? Or because of that you were just describing, were you able to like go, oh, look, that's where I died?
I'm a pretty athletic guy, so I kind of thought the first 2 challenges were up to me. I could do red light, green light. I could do the cookie. And if I got on a team, then I was up to the fate of a coin toss. So I thought by hanging out the back and focusing on just getting through, I was going to do good. But in the end, it just backfired, man. So,
Dang.
Well, one thing that I noticed was there was this tweet that I read earlier on the show where somebody was very upset. Netflix tweeted out the video of this player who started crying, and he was like dry heaving and stuff. The guy was very strange. And they said, this is taking advantage of people. This guy, he's got probably bills to pay, blah, blah, blah. On and on they were going. And when I saw it, I just took it totally different. I said, I think these people got to experience something that so many other people would die to do. And even though they didn't get the money, you got something out of this. But what do you make of the fact that people are saying this is a mean show? Let me give you the actual tweet so you can know the context of what I'm saying. So Netflix tweeted out the video promo of the guy crying. Oh, did they delete it? I think somebody must have deleted it. Anyhow, it said something to the effect of, this isn't entertainment. This is abusive, what you're doing to these people. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that Hollywood needs to sensationalize anything a little bit. And most of us knew what we were signing up for. It's called Squid Game. It's going to be something pretty tough. And somebody who's leaving there with 4.6 million, basically. So if that individual or if somebody, we knew, the psychologist took us through in the pre-screening that this might be around for a while. So kind of watch what you say and how do you behave. And there was a lot of support from Studio Lambert and groups like that filmed it for Netflix.
Yeah, big question for you, and I will be mad if this is not the case. Did they let you keep your Squid Game uniform?
They did not. They took those things away so fast. Like
That's
you had to return your.
Man.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? So they right after you're out. Oh, by the way, let's go to this real quick. You get out, and then you have to do the fake death thing. Do you have to lay down on the ground, fake dead, for the entirety of the remaining challenge?
So that it was implied that you should. I don't think it was said explicitly, but it was implied that you should. So after I laid on that 30, 40 degree ground for about 10 minutes, I said, I'm out of here. I'm not going to catch a cold.
Yeah, see you later. So they took the damn suits right away from you, because that would have been cool to have. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I think some contestants might have snuck them, because you went back to the hotel, walk of shame, and the next morning you were bussed right out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I've seen some on the WhatsApp threads that some people kept them.
Now, have you watched all the 5 episodes that are released so far?
I did. It was emotionally, it was a little tough, but I was able to get through it.
When you watched it, any of the people who have made it pretty far now, did you talk to them at any point in time? Did you connect with any of the people who have made it that far?
Yeah. So if you've watched it all, Dr. V, he's number 330.
Mm-hmm.
So he's right behind me. So he was my line mate through everything. So when he got off the show, we stayed in contact, and he's a great guy. So if you want me to reach out to somebody who made it, and he was the one that was eliminated, if you remember, they voted who they're going to eliminate.
Yeah.
And that was him. So he's a cool cat.
It's all so brutal. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you talked to us. We appreciate you taking the time.
Do you regret doing it, or do you appreciate your experience with it?
I would do it over again in a second. Okay. The number one person I'm disappointed is in me not being able to go further in the game. So definitely, I'll do it over again. If there's a season 2, they know how to get a hold of me.
All right, thank you, Roger Vance Lewis. Appreciate you from Squid Game, The Challenge, and that is so much harder than I thought. Yeah. Sabrina, I'm totally with you. I thought that they were out there participating in that game for basically like the length that they showed it on the show.
Can you imagine standing still for 30 minutes?
No, I can't do that. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. And especially there were some older people out there. That would have been incredibly difficult for them to do. But that was pretty cool. Yeah, maybe we can talk to people who made it through some of the other challenges, because when they go further into this, it just gets more and more insane. If you haven't watched the first 5 episodes, those are out on Netflix. And then I think they're releasing 4 more in the next couple of days. And from there, the finale will be released. So very cool of him to join us. And you know him through somebody? How do you know that guy?
I know him through our mutual friend, Pete.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The owner of Wally's, and great guy. Love to drink with him.
Nice. I'd never even thought about the fact that if he's at LAX and he's flying out, a ton of the other people
Right?
on that flight are people
So
who are
interesting.
Yeah, who are like competing in the game with him. All right, let's go to you and work in a
Think
couple
about
of
it. It's like it's people that are flying alone.
Right.
You know, it's like you can't bring your family with you on your big Squid Game trip. So it's got to be, you got to like look out for people who seem to be talking to nobody, just doing their own thing.
I can't believe you can't keep the track suits, man.
That's annoying.
Pisses me off. They really could have let them take
I would
those
have
home.
maybe just like urinated a little bit in it. Maybe
I'm
like
taking it with me. All right, let's go over to you real quick. Here is Sriracha is back. Bass Clef Rules is talking about Sriracha.
Hey guys, I think it was a couple of weeks ago on the show you mentioned that rumor had it that Sriracha was back, was appearing on shelves. Well, I can confirm that is in fact a fact now. I got my hands on a bad boy this weekend. Ooh, I was excited to taste the good stuff again.
Yeah,
that's just how I remember. It's
Those
out
of you
there.
just tuning in.
Everybody, go look for it.
He's talking about
All right, have a
Sriracha.
great day, everybody. Wah!
Yeah, we haven't had a problem in the last couple of months getting the Sriracha. I think they've sorted out whatever their beef was. I watched a short documentary on that, and it's all a bad blood thing. It's like the guy who was running the farm that had all the peppers Sriracha used, that guy got pissed off because the Sriracha guy was getting rich and famous, but the pepper guy, not so much. And the pepper guy wanted more of the action. And so the Sriracha guy goes, hell no, we're not doing this. Pepper guy goes, and find your peppers elsewhere. And they tried to source their peppers from other places, but they just couldn't keep up with the demand. And that's why they've been swamped and tried to catch up this whole time. And maybe just now they got it finally done. One more maybe here. Here's the Saltpeter talking about dogs. I don't think we did this one.
As for the letting the dogs thing out,
who?
That just sounds like free food. So I don't know what the big deal is. I think the problem will solve itself.
I would never, ever do that myself.
Not in a million years.
I couldn't do it. And logically, it doesn't make a ton of sense because, as I said, we put different, like we think these animals are cute, so we're morally wrong to eat them.
But cows are so cute, too.
Cows are pretty cute. But, some of the stuff that happens, like...
They're also pretty delicious.
Yeah, they are.
They are. And I love food, and I'm no like, PETA person. I am, though, against a lot of the factory farming stuff, especially what they do with pigs. Pork, the whole process of bringing pork to your plate is a disgusting one. The amount of animal space they give these animals, in particular the pigs, is just vile. And I think that if we're going to eat stuff, we should be decent to it on the way out. I think we really should, but that's neither here nor there. We want to hear from you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, send us a dispatch right now. When we return, a man was having headaches for 5 months, would not go away, and he found out why. You're not going to guess what was responsible for this, but it is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Find us on Threads at Real Radio 1041, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully your Tuesday's going great so far, and right now if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, it seems like a pretty clear traffic flow. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 eastbound that's approaching State Road 535 from just after Osceola Parkway, but westbound is completely clear and we're incident-free east and westbound on the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike are incident-free, and also the Greenway, as well as the 429 toll. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
The weather is changing quickly. It's nice and cool this week. Struggling to hit 50 degrees today. You may want to turn on that heater at your house, but who knows if it's going to work. That's why it's the perfect time to reach out to Mills Air. The experts at Mills Air, you're in good hands with them. They're going to come out, and no matter what AC you have, whether you have, I have a mini split in the studio here, but if you have any kind of AC, they're going to be fully knowledgeable on it and be able to fix anything that's wrong. So they'll give it the full, thorough review that they do at Mills Air and report back to you. Here's what's going on. Here's what it looks like. You're in good shape, or maybe you're in bad shape. You got to worry about this. At Mills Air, these are folks who are honest and people who you can trust. They've been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida cool. They are the best of the best, and they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. They can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call at 407-277-1159. You're probably going to forget that phone number, so just remember, find them online at millsair.com.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Right now, during the Ram Black Friday sales event, get up to 15% below MSRP on select 2023 Ram 1500, 2500, and 3500 models. 10 or 15% below MSRP depending on model. 10% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 2500 and 3500. 15% below MSRP eligible trucks include Ram 1500 Bighorn and Laramie and Ram 1500 Classic. Not compatible with lease offers or with any other consumer incentive offers. Residency restrictions apply. Take retail delivery from dealer stock by 11:30. Ram is a registered trademark.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently, there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
Which is maybe the first one that I've actually seen that has spawned, like as a meme out of ChatGPT, is killing me right now. Have you seen the Make It More trend that people are doing?
No. Tell me more.
Okay, they're posting this all over the place, and if you just go on Twitter and search for like ChatGPT Make It More, you'll find what I'm talking about, or you see what I'm talking about. There was an example where there was a little cat at a work desk, and a person had tweeted like, to ask ChatGPT to give them an image of a cat working, and the cat was like in a little business suit, and then they would say, make it work harder, and make it work harder, and make it work, and each picture would change from there and make things more and more ridiculous
until the cat's dead,
until the cat's like worked to death and just like barely hanging on, sitting at the desk. And I saw them do it with a duck that they were making cuter and cuter and cuter and cuter. And Make It More on ChatGPT is something that there's a bunch of great stuff with this.
There's this one that says, all right, let me see if I can't send you the link so you can see it. They said, I asked Jippity, so I don't know if this was like a voice text or what. It says to make an image of a person making coffee and progressively make it more complex. And at the end, it's like a huge like coffee factory that looks like you're in the Matrix.
Send it over to me. I'll bring it up for the folks watching on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. They'll come up with like here's another example. They'll come up with an idea. This one is ask ChatGPT to show me a Muppet dinner party and then make it progressively more foreboding with every single photo. And so it starts out as like a fun Muppet dinner party. And then as you go, it just gets a little more frightening looking. And the visuals are just stunning from this stuff. Did you send that to me?
Yeah,
Let me bring this up. All right, I'll bring it up on the stream here. This is from X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it these days. This is, I asked Jippity. Yeah, okay. It starts out with a guy it's an image of a guy who's having some coffee. Then he's got a more fancy coffee machine that he's making it in. Then he's got like a laboratory. And then he's got like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory version of a coffee shop. So just search for that on Twitter. Search ChatGPT, Make It More, and you'll see a ton of these different galleries. MFQ says the duck one is crazy. That one is pretty adorable. There's a bunch. So you'll see that meme making the rounds over the next couple of weeks, I would imagine. Mark Cuban is out, friends. For that reason, he's out of the Shark Tank. After season 16, he says it's time. And it's been weird. You know, like Mark Cuban, interesting guy, smart guy, done very well for himself. And he on that show a couple of years ago, like that, all of a sudden he started looking old. And
it's stressful, dude.
Yeah, and it was during like the pandemic, so maybe some of that stuff got to him. And then this season I turned on, I'm like, okay, he's put some dye in his hair, but he's looking good again. He looks like he used to. And I was wondering how long he'd stick around for. Him and I are very close friends. We had a little chit-chat at a restaurant.
You stood in the same room together.
And you didn't even talk to him. It was Courtney. So
Courtney talked to him. And he was kind of a dick to her. But I can understand that he would be a dick because all the guy wanted to do was just exist in a public space without people bothering him. He says, that's it. Enough's enough. He's been on the show for 13 seasons. I guess he wasn't on the first couple of seasons. It started in August 2009 with John Damon. Wait, is that right? John Damon? That sounds wrong.
No, that's, well, Damon is definitely the...
Damon John is his name. Yeah, it's not John Damon. It says John Damon.
Johnny Damon.
Barbara Corcoran. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Robert Herjavec and Kevin O'Leary were the original folks on this. And Kevin O'Leary, the guy who calls himself Mr. Wonderful, he's been on this even more because this started in Canada on the CBC as a show called Dragon's Lair. In fact, if you're a fan of Shark Tank and you want more episodes like that to watch, there's one from England that's very similar, and then there's the Dragon's Lair one that there's well over 2 digits of seasons of. So it's same exact thing, same premise, all the pitching of the products and all that good stuff. If you want more, sometimes you can use a VPN. Is that what it is to pretend like you're from somewhere else? And then you can pretend like you're in Canada. Bam, you're watching that stuff. All right, here's a story I teased before the break. A man who suffered headaches for 5 months finally found out what was wrong. This is a guy who was in Vietnam. He said he was not feeling well, and it started with just a small headache, but it got worse and worse. He also had fluid discharge and fluid loss. The doctors said, well, let's take a look at the Cuba Friendship Hospital in Dong Hoi. They did a couple of CT scans, and they revealed that the man was suffering from tension pneumocephalus, which is a rare but potentially life-threatening neurological condition. And the reason for this was because a pair of chopsticks had reportedly penetrated up his nose and into his brain. And they said, here's how this happened. While the man was initially flummoxed over how he ended up with eating utensils on his mind, he recalled he'd been involved in a fight 5 months ago while out drinking. He didn't remember many details from the brawl, only that somebody had stabbed him in the face with an unknown object. Well, what it was a chopstick that was in his nose and up in his brain that entire time.
He doesn't remember being stabbed by a chopstick?
I think he was hammered, and I think it did some stuff to his brain. So they were able to remove this finally through a surgery, and now he's doing okay. Headaches are gone.
Nose itch.
That is not a good time right there. That is a very, very unfortunate outcome, and I'm glad he's doing okay these days. There's a lot of pushback against the remaining smokers that exist on planet Earth. Probably about, well, I think a little more so. I was going to say there's probably as many smokers in America as there is dog eaters in South Korea, but I think smokers still outnumber the dog eaters.
On the bus, baby.
In New Zealand, they passed a ban on cigarettes. And it was kind of interesting to me. They've reversed it. They went back on this.
Cha-cha slide style?
They have cha-cha slide reversed the smoking ban in the country. Any guesses as to why they may have done this? Huh? Any thoughts?
Because there are adults that want to make decisions for themselves.
All right. Okay. That's a good guess. What do you think, Sealand? Why would they roll this back?
Most obvious seeming answer would be money.
That's right. Money. Yeah. They noticed that after they shut this down, the tax incomes were not as significant as they had been previously.
Ooh, what a surprise.
And they said, we kind of need some money to be able to operate this country. So let's roll that back. And now people can smoke once more in New Zealand. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, guess what? We're going to do the final dispatches. Got some queued up and ready to go. We're going to do the stories that didn't make the cut. And we're going to do Today Alert to wrap everything up for a Tuesday, a Share the Show Tuesday. In fact, that's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Later today, The Jim Colbert Show will have your chance to win them before you can buy them tickets to the Rolling Stones coming June 2024 to Camping World Stadium. Tickets go on sale this Friday, December 1st at 10 a.m. The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the chilly temperatures across central Florida. Highs today will be reaching the upper 50s and low 60s across the viewing area with mostly cloudy skies. As we head into the overnight hours, temperatures dipping into the 30s, 40s, as well as 50s. So it's important to make sure you stay bundled up overnight as we head throughout the remainder of the weekend toward the weekend. Those afternoon highs will be soaring back to the 80s.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
One of the best gifts a kid can get is a new bike. And Real Radio has your chance to make that dream come true for kids in our community. Join Just Call Mo, Orlando's injury attorney, and the Monsters in the Morning as they broadcast live from Exploria Stadium for our annual bike drive. Our goal is 104 bikes of all sizes. So bring a brand new bike, and a new bike helmet wouldn't be a bad thing. Wednesday, November 29th, between 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. to Exploria Stadium and help us help the kids. Get your bike today and join us Wednesday, November 29th at Exploria Stadium. Get the details at realradio.fm/bike. Thanks to Orlando City Soccer Club, the Orlando City Foundation, and JustCallMo.com.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip-hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating. Then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype. That's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
First, we tried a cheaper grocery store, but we still couldn't buy enough food. I keep smiling because I don't want my parents to feel bad. They work so hard, and I know how much they love me. But people like you give us hope. This holiday season, every $10 you donate to Second Harvest Food Bank helps provide 40 meals. Thanks to you, we can enjoy a big meal together as a family. Give today at feedhopenow.org.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real? Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but two 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
Maybe you've heard about semaglutide, the new FDA-approved drug helping people lose weight like crazy without strict dieting. But here's what you might not know. Red Mountain Weight Loss has full-strength semaglutide in their newest medication called Revelex. It's specially formulated to give you full-strength semaglutide without side effects. So with Revelex, you'll lose up to 15 pounds a month without stomach pain or nausea. And it's not a shot, it's a tablet. So you can skip the weekly trips to the doctor's office. But here's the best part. Revelex costs about half of what you'll pay for other semaglutide medications. That's right. I said half the price. So why go anywhere else? At Red Mountain, you get no shots, no side effects, just results. And for half the price, trust the leader in medical weight loss. Red Mountain Weight Loss has helped millions of people lose weight safely, and they can help you too. Just go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this, because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-374-2103. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-374-2103 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103. toll-free, 800-374-2103.
December 6th, the final GOP debate of the year is on News Nation, America's fastest-growing cable news network. Sirius XM's Megyn Kelly, News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas, and the Washington Free Beacon's Eliana Johnson moderate a live primetime event from the University of Alabama as the candidates make their case to America on the only network for all America. The News Nation Republican primary debate live December 6th, 8 Eastern. To find News Nation on your TV, go to joinnn.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at rockthecountry.com.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. And thank you for sharing the show, everybody who took part on this Share the Show Tuesday. We appreciate you. And we'll get into wrapping everything up in just a moment here. Before too long, we'll probably have some news for you about Just Okay 8, which is going to be obviously happening in 2024 and is going to shape up to be a really, really, really big show for us. So we're going to start locking in with you. We've already locked in most of the stuff with the venue and some other things. But we're going to lock in with you the date and some other things that you could expect at Just Okay 8. But I'm excited for that next year in the first quarter of the year. And it's going to be in March as opposed to in December. And I'm glad because, my God, I'm looking around. We're going to some stuff coming up at Dr. Phillips. And one of the things, Courtney's like, I want to go to this event. And I said, okay, I don't really know what it is, but let's get some tickets. Let's go see it. And I realized after a second, I was like, oh, this is a Christmas show from Phantasmagoria.
Oh, I love that.
We had it like the third or fourth Just Okay so
Multiple
long ago.
Just Okays. Yeah, they're good friends of the show.
And now they're playing this, they're doing like a Christmas event.
They're awesome to see. Definitely recommended.
Yeah. It's something where they do like scary stories for Christmas, and it's a big live performance. And so we got some tickets to that. And when we were looking for other things to do during the break and just, otherwise, because we've been getting out a lot more lately. And there's so much competition in December. It's like, my God.
I was just talking to a friend of mine, and it's like asking, when our Just Okay event, because they remembered it's around this time, maybe more like beginning of November, where I'm like just full stress.
Right.
And for the first time in 9 years, we're like, we're going to actually enjoy this holiday break of ours.
Yeah, I like that.
And go full stress for the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we'll be all rested up, though. We'll be ready to go, ready to get some work in.
Savvy's little hupper's already practicing, though.
Oh, good. Awesome. Yeah. I'm excited for that this year for sure. All right, let's get into, before we do these, you know what? Let's just do the final dispatches.
All right, cool.
All right, it's time to do it already.
I was checking out during the break some of the scenes from the funeral service they're having today for Rosalind Carter.
Yes.
And, Garth Brooks was up there singing Imagine with his wife and stuff like that. And then they just, everybody sang Let There Be Peace on Earth. And the pastor, Tony Loudon, comes back out up to the front and semi-threatens the entire crowd.
What?
He goes, well, I'm going to give some instructions, for the house. I mean, I guess basically for, getting out of there. And he goes, and, if you do these wrong, the First Lady's bodyguards might. And I think everybody started to chuckle, and he goes, you get what I'm saying. And I'm like, what? Wow. I'm trying to say, like, you better heed these words I'm about to say, or the bodyguards are going to tackle you or something.
Jimmy Carter's well enough to be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually in the he's getting smaller and smaller, just still shrinking down. Not very big these days.
But
he's
holds a
still
world record for longest hospice stay.
Yeah, he does, or he's getting real close to it. If not,
there he is. You see him? I don't know. You can't. You're not here, but on CNN they were showing the wide shot.
Yeah,
you can tell which one he is.
Because he's that small.
His mouth fully open.
Oh no, really? Damn. I did want to work at this story. Let's just try this for a second or two because a 12-year-old boy got in some trouble. This is from 7 ABC.
We begin tonight with a preteen driver joyriding in a stolen forklift through the city of Ann Arbor.
Might as well.
Thanks for joining us for 7 Action News at 6. I'm Mike Duffy.
This kid is 12 years old. The police chase.
Forklift is bucking it.
It's huge. It's not like a forklift like you might think in a small warehouse. It's a big forklift. And the police chase went on for like an hour. They just kept going with this kid in this forklift.
Ann Arbor police tell us that a 12-year-old boy was behind the wheel. And police
smashing into cars.
Took the 35,000-pound construction vehicle from an Ann Arbor middle school and drove it for an hour through the city and across the M14
Dude,
bridge.
my God.
7 Action News reporter Sarah Michaels joins us.
What is going on with preteens in this country? They are just doing whatever they want to do out there.
Dude, YOLO.
It's full on YOLO. Let's see. We got a photo dispatch from Space Coast Native, and it says they asked, describe the 3 hosts of the News Junkie. They asked this to ChatGPT. As of my last knowledge update in January 2022, the News Junkie is a radio show and podcast that features 3 hosts: Sean Wasson, Sabrina Ambra, and C-Lane, Christopher Lane in parentheses. Sean is the main host, delivering news and leading discussions, while Sabrina and C-Lane contribute their perspectives and banter. Note that the show lineups can change, so it's advisable to check the latest information for the most accurate details on the host.
What the hell does that mean?
Hey, it means
Am I losing my damn job?
ChatGPT knows who we are. That's my takeaway.
They called you Sean J last time, so that's good.
That's an upgrade. We've stepped in the right direction here. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Nations Trucks. We love our friends over there. Go to nationstrucks.com, and you can get the truck of your dreams, whether it's a work truck, a lifted truck, who knows. eFresh Rocks on Twitch says, nobody says YOLO anymore. Hey, you don't know. We got to get down to the bottom of this lingo thing. All right, nationstrucks.com. There is, what do we need to get here before we actually get out of the way? There's a new show called Frenchie Shore. It's kind of like the show C-Lane's watching, but this one's so bad that they're calling it borderline porno.
Oh, okay.
As this is airing on TV in France. It's more wild than the Jersey Shore ever was or dreamed to be, this says. Full-on sex on this reality show. And I don't want to do that story because it's miserable. We'll just let that be. Yeah, we'll let that be the last one. We'll get the hell out of the way. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this music festival. Woodstock is correct. Woodstock, the 1999 version. They said the festival was so ill prepared for the crowd size that porta potties overflowed, and there was no shade from the heat. Attendees started playing in the mud to cool off, unaware it was contaminated by waste leaking from the porta potties, leading to many cases of trench mouth and trench foot for those who attended Woodstock 99. 220,000 people at that concert. Today I learned in 2009, actually, 3 masked burglars broke into Dolph Lundgren's home. They tied him up, they threatened his wife, but then they fled after finding a family photo, realizing whose home they had just broken into. Maybe they didn't want to mess with him. I don't know if you'll know this one. Today I learned this movie right here.
Oh, Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams is correct, C-Lane. Absolutely drilled it. The voice actor that you just heard saying, if you build it, they will come, has never been revealed. They have never said who this person was. The identity of the actor who has provided the voice, who speaks to Ray throughout the film, has remained unconfirmed since the film's release. Some believe it's Kevin Costner or Ray Liotta, but the book's author said he was told it was Ed Harris who did it. 3 teenagers, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, were also extras in one of the scenes in that movie. Today, learn prisoners in Japan. That's right, friends. I said it. Here it is. Japan. Who are sentenced to death only find out the morning of their execution. The prisoner's family and legal representatives and also the general public are only informed after the execution has taken place. And today, learn this group right here. Soundgarden is correct. Today, learn about Jason Everman. He was a guitarist who was in Nirvana for a little while. He was on the album Bleach with Nirvana, and he left the band. He said, I'm going to another band. Bad idea, huh? That band ended up being Soundgarden.
Oh, that worked out.
After touring with Soundgarden in 1990, he said, I don't want to be in any of these bands. And he joined the U.S. Army, becoming a ranger, serving tours in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Everyone's like, hey, man, sing the song, though.
Do it, please. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you missed the podcast, get it at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, son, won't you come